What's going on, guys? This podcast is brought to you by manscaped.com/RBP. And I just want to let you know about the Lawnmower 4.0. And if you use code RBP, you get 25% off. I'm going to show you guys the website really quickly. If you go to manscaped.com/RBP, you can check out all the cool stuff they have. They have the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, the Lawnmower 4.0 with the detachable head where you can put the shaver on. And then you can also get the Performance Package 5.0 that has the boxers, it has the crop soother, it has everything in it, the nose trimmer, and all that. So, guys, get to Manscaped, support the podcast, support Manscaped for sponsoring us. Use code RBP at checkout for 20% off plus free shipping.
I'm down to 280.
We all looks really small. Well, Paul looks bigger than all of us now, Mike.
Mike, 280.
Ooh,
fucking
good.
280. Mike, you're gonna be
fucking.
You're gonna be like a lanky motherfucker soon.
Yeah.
What's that, like 30 pounds or so you lost?
No, probably since I've been going around like 285 down to 285. This is the lowest I've been though. But I've been doing a lot of cardio, a lot of boxing. I've been doing a lot of fucking sauna. Do you guys ever sauna?
No,
Yeah,
I need to though.
I don't sauna because I don't have access to one anymore. But if I did, I would do it every day.
Yeah, I want to do
it. I do it 4 times a week for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I used
straight.
I used to love doing the sauna. I would finish a workout and then I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, you shouldn't do it after workout or the fuck," but it's because it was at the gym, so I would finish my workout and I'd go in the sauna. This is when I was like a lot younger, but I would do it again if I had one at home. I've been talking to somebody about maybe getting one.
I thought we'll put one in my house.
Yeah, because I have a room back here that's unfinished, and I thought of maybe putting a sauna back
in the west wing of the mansion.
You're such an asshole.
Throw it in the west wing, dear.
What do you?
We never use it anyway.
You know what? Fuck you, Mike. What are you eating? Uncrustables?
No, I'm healthy.
I know that.
Fruit brownies.
Oh, okay. That's better. Are they made with like
they're keto?
Sweet potato and like apples,
healthy shit.
Yeah.
I've only had one bad thing to eat since I got back from the Arnold.
So really? Are we gonna go ahead? Sorry. What'd you eat?
I had chicken fingers and three pieces of dessert from the dessert cart at the Scotia Arena, the Maple Leaf game.
Yeah. Yeah, but chicken fingers is chicken breast anyway. It's not bad for you.
Yeah. It's breaded. There's the carbs of the bread.
Yeah. We're not going to be able to call this a real bodybuilding podcast anymore.
What?
Real skinny bitch podcast.
Real skinny bitch podcast.
I'm going to be the biggest guy out of us pretty soon. What a turn of events this has been.
Ian's down to 225.
What a turn of events.
I'm bigger than Ian now.
I'm getting huge again. I'm up to 250 now. I'm getting huge.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm getting on a cycle too. Fuck this.
Look at the size of this fucker right here.
What are you showing me?
What is that? Chicken and noodles?
Oh, you're going hardcore.
That's soup.
I'm gonna be
There's no sauce on that? There's no sauce on that?
Well, there's soup in it, so it's like
it's soup, baby.
That's a real soup, though. It's more chicken and noodles.
Yeah, of course it is, because Ian did
it. It is water.
If Ian, if I did that, you'd be like, "Why'd you put soup in it?"
That sounds like a good idea.
Oh my god!
You just pour the soup out when you're done.
Yeah, just noodles and chicken.
Are you like anti-liquid or something? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What are you gonna do? You gonna drink the bowl like cereal?
I do. Like if I told you I had like ramen noodles the last few days because I've been sick.
Yeah.
When I'm done the fucking noodles, I drink the soup.
Do you really?
What is this illness you've had for like 2 weeks now?
Yeah, are you still sick?
I got it now.
I got
strep throat.
Today was my last day of antibiotics. I think I'm like finally like getting better.
You actually have strep throat, Paul? Or you just saying that?
No, this is like this. No, he doesn't. This is like Paul fucking Ian. Don't listen to this guy. It's like
WebMD told me.
Yeah. Paul likes to self-diagnose. It's like his lactose intolerance.
If you look up the symptoms,
Paul will eat like a 4-liter tub of ice cream, and then he'll say he's lactose intolerant.
I Google my symptoms sometimes. It tells me I have like fucking stage 4 like cancer.
Yeah, so. Yeah. It's like you're dying.
Up on the googling.
Yeah, but my symptoms are bang on with strep throat.
Oh my god!
And I saw a doctor today. He confirmed it.
No, he did not.
He agreed with me. He agreed with me that it could be strep throat.
You could have led with that, dude. Instead of fucking.
Mike, he's lying. That didn't happen.
He just added that in at the end. Oh, and I saw a doctor.
Yeah,
The pharmacist at Shoppers Drug Mart.
No,
No,
no, it was a real
Mention it,
doctor.
but he finished
No,
with it.
the reason he didn't lead with it is because he's fucking lying. That's
I'm not lying.
He
He agreed I got a throat infection.
He like
That-
ran
that's-
into a doctor like in public and was like, I think I have strep. He's like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
I went to high school with the guy.
Wait. Let's clarify. Let's clarify something. Is
It's like, take a look at this.
strep throat just a throat infection, or is it worse than a throat infection?
It's a little bit worse.
Oh,
Okay, so you can't
Of course it
say
is.
It's very painful.
okay, you can't say then you have strep throat. You just have a throat infection.
That's likely strep.
You know, you're such an asshole sometimes.
Google,
Yeah,
what the
Google it.
difference
I'll tell you.
between strep and
We'll check off my symptoms.
Why am I
Yeah.
gonna Google? No, I'm not
Go
gonna
through the
fuck-
checklist. Go through the
Okay.
checklist.
Okay.
I
How do you
think I
spell how do you spell strep throat?
REP.
STREP.
Like strep? That's it?
Yep. Yep.
It might have a T at the end of it, like strep, or is it just strep?
I think it's just strep.
It's just
I've been
strep.
looking it up myself.
Okay, symptoms and causes. That's it. Let's see here, Paul. Symptoms: throat pain. I have that.
I got
Painful
severe.
swallowing. I have that. Red and swollen tonsils. I have that. I don't have. Do you have tiny red spots?
I think so.
You just made that
They're,
up.
they're-
Swollen lymph nodes.
yeah, I do have that.
Do you don't have a fever?
No.
Headache?
My head hurts a little bit.
Do you have a rash?
No, I got no rash.
Is one of the
You-
symptoms walking weird? Because you walk weird, that's for sure.
Yeah, according to Ian. Now I'm fucking so cautious about it.
Is one of the symptoms sticking your chest out at every photo?
I got Ian doing it now.
I took so many pictures with Paul in the UK. Because me and Paul work together most of the time. So then when we'd be taking pictures with people, we'd be together. And I found myself by the end of the weekend, I'm sitting there, I'm like,
You're doing it too.
and I look
rubbed
over
off.
at Paul, I'm like, what the fuck did you do to me? Why am I doing this?
I photobombed. I
They rub-
photobombed so many Ian fan pictures. I'd see Ian taking a picture of the fan, and I'd just stick my head in there somewhere.
So many with Paul's like that.
Yeah, I feel shit. I didn't get to enjoy that trip, but whatever. Fucking shit happens. So Paul's got a tiny throat infection. Anyway, what we were saying before Paul interrupted with his fake strep throat. You're drinking soup. Yeah, at the end of the ramen noodles, I drink the soup.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, like see this now I'm getting through the food and there's more soup now.
Yeah.
Then when I get done, I'll drink that.
Right.
I wouldn't do that.
Why are you
I would
anti?
I would
why are
advise
you-
against that.
why-
I just wouldn't. That's just something I wouldn't do.
Okay, but
Because it's
hold
likely
on.
going to end up on my shirt.
No,
No. Hold on.
Advise
But
against-
wait. I have a question. I have an honest question. Is it strictly because of the mess?
That's a large part of it, for sure.
Is it also because you can't get enough liquid on the spoon, so it's kind of pointless?
I'm getting plenty of
Like instead of like just using my spoon to get the
Like
last
it
little
feels
part of
kind. It
liquid
feels kind of like you're not getting enough food anyway. Just like a spoon of water. Is that part
Yeah.
of it?
out. Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay,
can
okay.
understand.
Wait. Follow me. I got a question for you. So when I'm done my ramen noodles and I have like a bowl of soup, I usually just pick up the bowl and kind of like drink out of the bowl.
But what if we get you a straw, Paul?
No, I definitely wouldn't do it. All the chunks
like
going in there and
boba
stuff.
straw, like a straw for boba.
No, it's just
All
liquid.
after all the food is done and it's just the liquid. Would you not just pick up the bowl and drink out of the bowl?
No, like with cereal, I understand because all the sugars at the bottom and everything, it's sweet. But I don't look forward to drinking a bowl of chicken
So wait a minute. If you have you said
Chicken
you like
piss.
wait. You said,
chicken juice.
you said you like chicken noodle soup. So you don't enjoy the actual taste of the liquid part?
It combined with the other ingredients, yeah, but on its own when it's done, like when I eat all the solid stuff and it's just liquid left, I don't eat the liquid.
So then what we should be saying is you don't actually like chicken noodle soup. You just like chicken noodles.
You like chicken and
I
noodles.
like chicken and noodles, yeah.
Yeah.
To summarize, yeah, that's basically it.
All right. So
I
Paul
just
has
drink a glass of water with it instead of drinking it in the bowl.
Paul has now had fake diverticulitis or whatever the fuck it's called.
That's it. I had a test on Saturday for that.
He has fake lactose intolerance. and now he has fake strep throat.
I remember
Why do
tile
you think
foot
you had diverticulitis?
based on my symptoms, and so I went for a
fuck.
I went for a CT scan this past Saturday, so I'll be confirming it soon. Yeah, because it's happened twice in the last year to me.
This one I might actually be like on board with this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's pretty
like-
serious.
Sounds horrible.
It's like a fucking they're like the little they're called diverticuli. They're little pouches
Oh.
inside your colon,
That
like
helps.
or not your colon, your lower intestine, which runs I think when it runs across the middle of your stomach. So these little pockets can get inflamed by what they don't really know. They thought it was like seeds and shit like that before, but I think now they don't think that's what it is. It could be like an infection in your body that just seems to, go to that area, whatever it is. But it get inflamed and it causes like really bad stomach pain. I know, like in bad cases, you have to get a part of it removed.
Well, it actually sounds pretty scary because if you tear your intestine, you can get like it's very toxic.
Sepsis,
toxic, yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
why I
then-
think if it gets that bad, they got to cut it out.
And then if you have to have a portion of your intestines removed, then your whole lifestyle changes. Like
Yep.
maybe you have to have a colostomy bag. You might have to have a colostomy bag.
No, I don't think I'll have to.
You have to have walk around with a bag of shit.
No, no.
It'll have a hostile H on it though.
Yeah, that's
I'll
right.
put a
Yeah,
lo-
yeah.
I'll put a
I'll
logo
make it
on
into
it
an
for
accessory.
you.
Yeah, I'll make it like a fanny pouch.
Make it look like a fanny pack. Yeah.
Yeah. See if we can put some pockets on it too, Fouad, so I can put my wallet and stuff.
Yeah, you put your keys and shit.
My keys. Yeah, maybe a cell phone holder.
You guys are fucked. Okay, so we're all losing weight, but one of us looks really fucking good. This is crazy, Ian. I got to tell you, this is the best you've ever looked. I would take this look over any of your staged looks.
How long goes that from?
I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings, but this is an awesome look for you.
Thank you.
When is it?
This is today you took this, or yesterday.
Oh, really?
I did that today, but I took that recently. Yes.
When was it? When was this?
That's like a hotel gym. What is that? A condo gym?
That's at a hotel gym. Yeah.
You know what I'm really jealous of? I can achieve all this, but my arms are like a quarter of the size now.
Yeah, you got to still just train arms like crazy, or they just,
Is that because of all the SEO you did in them?
yeah, it's like
all synthol or what, bud?
You don't show them anymore.
It's like cement in my arms.
It's just stuck there. It's like Rich Piet arms. Like it's just like okay.
You stay covered up now when I see you. So when we were training arms that night at Dino's, and you took your sweater off for one set of, and then I was like, holy fuck!
But that's because Ian's got severe body dysmorphia, and he thinks he's tiny.
Yeah,
and he doesn't understand that he probably looks better than 99% of the world, and probably most bodybuilders that are jacked as fuck probably want to look like this, but they have to compete, so they can't.
If I had arms like that, I'd wear sleeveless shirts everywhere I went.
I still wouldn't. I never liked showing off like that, like at the grocery store and shit.
I didn't even wear sleeveless shirts when I was 305 pounds.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I still would cover up like Ian did, but
I would maybe put a tank top on like once in a blue moon if I was like filming content, and then like because I knew we would get like quadruple my views on a YouTube video. Other than that, I would never do it. You know?
Yeah. So this is where I want to get to. I'm down to 244 today.
I'm heavier than you now.
Are you?
I was 247 today.
Yeah, but you should be heavier than me because you have more muscle than I do right now.
Yeah, correct.
It's been horrible. I've been 30 pounds heavier than everybody, but
less fat. I have more muscle and less fat.
Let's be clear.
Rub it in a little bit more, you fuck. Instead of congratulating me for losing 30 fucking pounds, you're like, no, you're still fat.
No, you're just fat. You're just fatter than me.
Well, you're fucking shredded, dude. What do you want from me? All right, you want to make this a competition? I can get.
You know what? You look great. You look great. We all commented when we saw you in the UK how good you and lean you look.
I got to be honest with you. I don't actually mind being small. It felt really good to put on like a shirt and a pair of pants that I didn't have to have fitted, and look what I in my head feel like normal.
You look way better.
I wrote you and told you look professional. I was like, look at this professional guy here.
No, didn't you tell me I was small as fuck first, and then you said
I said you're getting close to the 220 threshold where I stopped talking to you.
Yeah, Mike's like Mike doesn't hang out with anybody under 220.
That's awesome. At least 100 kilos, otherwise you're out.
Well, my goal is because I think to be like, let's say if I was as shredded as Ian is in that photo, I would probably be like 230, 235. Like, I think if I lost another 10 to 15 pounds without losing any muscle, I could probably look like maybe 10 pounds. If I didn't lose any more muscle and I just got shredded, I'd probably be 235. So that's kind of the goal. So I'm almost there, but I'm doing it the wrong way. I got to start eating again, I think.
Here at RTV Gym, we're old school. We got metal plates, dumbbells up to 220 pounds, old school, new school equipment. It's not a fitness center. It's a hardcore gym. We're down here in Lincoln Park, Michigan. Swing on out.
Not eating.
It's not. I'm not eating on purpose. I'm doing this like ketovore thing, and I'm just not that hungry. But even this last week, I've been kind of off my diet and like pigging out a little bit.
My appetite has come down a lot. Like the first few months after I like stopped eating like
You're crazy, right?
Oh my God, man. I was so hungry and it was so hard to resist it. And I did resist it for a while.
Because you're trying to lose weight and you're running and everything.
Yeah. And then I was trying to lose weight and I was running. And then now I'm starting to eat a little more, but still clean. But like my appetite now, it's honestly like it's low. So it's now I don't really want to eat. I'm kind of like forcing myself to eat a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I went how I was, I'd be eating. If I ate when I wanted to, I'd be eating once or twice a day for sure.
Can I ask you a deeper question, Ian? And I don't know, like, I don't think people fully understand like what a retired bodybuilder or retired athlete, or I think anybody who does something full on 100% for like a large majority of their life and has to stop it probably goes through this. So it might not even be just athletes or whatever. It could be anybody who invests their entire life in something and then has to change. So you kind of jumped into the running thing and you're getting like kind of like this dopamine hit from like doing it and trying something new. And like, is that something?
I mean, look, I'll be completely honest, and where you're going with it is it was
before
a
distraction.
I
know, but before you cut me off, let me finish so people know what
I didn't cut you off. I interjected. So
let me just finish so I know.
Objection.
Just so people know what I'm talking about.
The
reason I'm asking this is I think I went through this, and I don't know if I'm kind of asking for my own personal thought as well. When you finish this thing, it's kind of like you're searching for the next thing and everything feels right, but ultimately it doesn't necessarily feel the same, even though you think it might.
Yep.
So is the running thing for you on pause right now just because of travel, or are you not as invested maybe after being at the Arnold and seeing like, remembering how it was to be jacked and like all that? Like, where are you that way?
Yeah, I mean, we had these conversations in the UK, so we could talk about this. It's a bit of both. Like it started initially because I mean, obviously doing the training you're doing for running is a little more difficult to do on the road, like you need specific equipment for the stuff I was doing in the gym. It was a little more complicated. You need the track. And I was kind of like, traveling a lot. I'm going to Oklahoma on Tuesday. So like the last 6 to 8 weeks, I've been like going every weekend. So it kind of initially started with that. But then, as I went to more shows and, we were around, like we were talking to Arnold and Arnold UK and even just like stuff like, just like going to the gym and just like training with Paul.
Just working out. Yeah. Like a bodybuilder.
Just like working out. Like it wasn't like anything more than just like missing the training of bodybuilding that like I've done my whole life. It's not like, oh, I'm so missing. I want to get back on stage tomorrow. It's nothing like that. It's just like, man, this is a training that like I started bodybuilding because I just loved the training,
Yeah.
And it wasn't anything more than that. And like when you get into it for a while, obviously in time with bodybuilding, the why of why you're doing it shifts. You're doing it because you love to train, and then now you're doing it because it's like almost an obligation,
it's a career.
Yeah. And then when I retired, I really wasn't enjoying training in a serious regard. So then when I retired and I kind of found, different facets to kind of put my energy into, and then took some time to kind of, realize how much I actually missed and loved bodybuilding training. So yeah, I've been doing a little bit more of it for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say what I'm doing right now is just really like what feels good, like what mentally and physically feels good. Like if one day I want to go run on the treadmill, I'll go do it. If I want to go fucking train arms 5 days in a row, I'm going to do it. Part of the point of like really like taking that stress off myself for the time after retirement was like taught to, to do things that I enjoy and to kind of rejuvenate that joy of the thing that started me in bodybuilding, which was the training. And if I'm putting like this crazy stress on it, which I was starting to do even with the running, it's like, I got to be so on this like every day. It's like, I'm just doing what I did in bodybuilding.
You're losing the enjoyment of just,
I'm just losing touch of like the purpose of what I'm trying to do here,
Right.
So I think, just to take a moment, kind of like reevaluate why I was like doing what I was doing. And I'm like, I should really be just doing what I enjoy. Like, that's the whole point of it.
So can I ask you, like, and maybe, I don't know, Paul, Mike, if you have any input on this, but like, I think so since I retired, there's been a couple things that I've gone through that people are like, one of the things is like the marathon running. I remember last year, or I think it was the year before now, where I was like, I think I want to run a marathon. I started trying to jog on the treadmill for like whatever amount of, I think it was a month or two or whatever I did it for. And then it kind of faded away. And I was like, and part of the reason it faded away is because I missed bodybuilding. Mm-hmm. Because running on the treadmill every day was fucking up my leg training and I couldn't bodybuild anymore. And I'm like, this is fucking shit. But I think it's hard to explain to people that like you're trying. I did the same thing with the marathon. Instead of just running on the treadmill and enjoying it, I'm like, I'm going to run a marathon. I'm going to run 10 kilometers.
Yeah, you take it like as seriously as you were bodybuilding.
Yeah, it's same thing with the MMA. I'm like, we started MMA. I'm like, I'm going to do a competition in January. I'm like, wait a minute, I just started this shit like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's our mentality as bodybuilders. Like, and I think it's, you know, it's such an all-encompassing lifestyle for so long. Like your entire day of like eating, sleeping, training is all like with one singular focus and goal. So then when you try something new, you put that like same mentality into it, that like it needs to be like an all-in
everything.
thing.
Yeah.
But you know, it's probably
like, I'm learning to try to find that middle ground of like doing what I enjoy and not putting pressure on myself that if it happens to be training like a bodybuilder, don't be like, hey, stop, you retired from bodybuilding. You can't be doing this. It's like, why? I just enjoy it. It's like, it's fine.
Right.
Do what you want to do. If you want to go run one day, do it. If you want to go, you know, train arms because your buddy's training arms, if you want to go fucking, you know, do something else. If you don't want to train that day, like, don't worry about it. You know,
it's probably a personality trait that you guys all share, being professionals and, you know, reaching the levels you guys did because you had that drive in you. So it's hard to, it's probably going to be like you always have to manage that side of your personality.
Right. But I think the problem with it arises, in my case anyway, I'll speak for myself, is when you retire from bodybuilding, you kind of start to look for direction because it's not, people think it's your identity. It's not necessarily your identity. It's why you wake up every morning.
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta get better. Like, this is just what you've done for 20 years. So you're kind of searching for like, what is my purpose? Okay, maybe it'll be marathon running. Oh, maybe it'll be MMA. And then when you start these things, you're like, I don't feel the same drive because it's not going to be a career. It's like it can only go so far. Like, let's say I become the best fucking mixed martial artist at 45 years old I possibly can be. I'm not going to be in the UFC. It's not like, so you can only go so far with it. So I don't know if, like, for myself personally, if I can ever put the same drive and focus into it as I did with bodybuilding. But then I also, at the same time as what Iain's saying, is I don't know if I know how to do something like that just for fun.
Yeah.
See, like, that's why I think you guys are different.
Like, sorry, go ahead, Paul.
That's why I think you guys are different. That's what made you guys, you know, excel in bodybuilding and what other areas of your life.
Yeah, but then how do you live the rest of your life is what I'm asking. Like, what the fuck do you know?
That's
like,
something you always got to manage.
Yeah, you gotta find stuff that you like genuinely enjoy to do. You know what I mean? Like, well,
like,
I know I'm never gonna be like a heavyweight boxer or like go and fucking fight and shit like this. But I love the feeling of like, I don't know if you guys can identify this. You probably can, but I love the feeling of being exhausted.
Yeah.
I love that feeling.
Yeah.
That's like that's like my most favorite feeling in the world, is to feel like completely wiped out from doing something. And then like that aftermath of it and like going home and relaxing and like knowing that you're like just done.
Yeah. But you can't, you can't get that from bodybuilding the way you can from, like, when me and Paul go to mixed martial arts and we do like, not necessarily rolling days, but like striking days. Yeah. We're fucked and we hate it. But when we're done, we're like, man, that was awesome.
And there's an anxiety that I would get going into those, but afterwards I'd feel great.
Yeah. So, but that doesn't, I think for me, I'm starting to find that purpose in HOSSTILE. Like, I go to the office every single day now. So I don't know for me if it's going to be a physical thing anymore, where like I found a physical attribute that I want to like pursue. But for you, Mike, like, how do you
my shift was like, I was nowhere near the level of bodybuilder you guys were, and my total years of competing is a quarter of what you guys did. So like I came from a background of playing football, graduated college, and then I went into like bodybuilding because it just seemed like a logical thing. Like, I'm already jacked and I like to work out. Let's just go do something that's like that. Yeah. But then when I realized like it wasn't going to be something like tearing my pec and then tearing my bicep, and I got the job with Drake, and then I was just like, but even before that, I was training people like crazy, and I would just bury myself in work. Like, I found so much more enjoyment like helping people than I ever felt when I was competing, because it was just like I was too in my own head when I competed, and I was like too obsessed with like what was happening next. Whereas like I got to like pull back and kind of imprint your mindset on people and help them understand like it's not really that, it's not the end all be all, but you can enjoy this still. Like, it's a fun thing to do. So
let me
I buried myself in work for sure.
So let me ask you that. So your purpose now, when your purpose now when you wake up is you enjoy going to the office, which your office is the gym, and like training people and doing all that. But when you go to boxing, what do you go twice a week?
Like 3 now, 4.
Okay, so you
like I do stuff here at my house, and then I go to my gym and do stuff too.
okay, so those 3 or 4, but those 3 or 4 sessions a week,
They make my week.
they make your week, but it's not. How are you able to do it and just enjoy it as fun and not try and like make it
Make it
something more?
competitive.
Yeah. How do you not? How do you not
No, I
turn it
mean,
into something?
I have that in me, and I think everybody does who like takes pride in trying to be good at something. But it's like mine. It's coming from a different place because you guys haven't had like the issues I've had. Like I'm just happy to be moving.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
happy to like not be in pain, like be able to move like I used to move. Like things get smoother. I feel like I love like the technicality. Like you can tell by the way I train people, I'm all about like the little nuances and like little tiny things and like how to make something more efficient. So boxing like sparks that in my brain just as much, but I don't know it.
Mhm.
Like I know it, but I don't know it. I'm like a
Right,
newcomer to it. So it's like I'm like a kid discovering bodybuilding. I'm like,
right,
well,
right,
fuck. Like,
right.
so it's like it's stimulating mentally and it's also like it's just exhausting physically and it feels fucking great. Like and your
Yeah.
cardiovascular shape is up and you feel that level of like I'm feel good when I'm moving and shit like that. Like
More
the
confident.
rest of your day feels great too. Like because everything feels better.
Do you think you're able to enjoy the boxing more because your purpose is your work? Like if you didn't have a job to go to that you really enjoyed, would you be
No, like
trying
I would
would
yeah, I'd still make time for boxing also because I look at it. I also look at it as like a healthy thing for me to be doing in terms of like my weight management and other health issues like underlying stuff I have going on. So I want to do something to like I want to do something to like step in and impede that probably negative road I might be on and then
Mhm.
shift myself to another path. So the best way to do that is to take care of myself and to move and to fucking exert myself and do all these things that I do so that I'm not just sitting around being like, oh,
how
I
much
got this stuff going on.
how much lighter are you going to get? That's my concern.
No, I probably get to like I haven't tried to get to this weight. I just literally stopped eating shit.
I know,
I
but are
stopped
you
eating
gonna
shit and I lost 20 pounds.
are you gonna be below 250? That's what I'm wondering.
No.
Okay, good. We need one big guy in the group.
Yeah.
I mean I've been as low in the last like I'd say 4 or 5 years. I've been as low as 265. And that felt like I felt like I was lightning fast. I was like, man, people can't even see me move. I'm so good. Meanwhile, like if you see me on camera, I'm like well,
All right.
I thought I was like Neo in the Matrix. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
it feels good to be light though. Like,
Yeah, I can.
sometimes.
I just like being able. I was the one thing I hated the most about bodybuilding, other than sweating all the time, was I couldn't put fucking any. I couldn't wear any clothing.
Yeah.
No matter where the fuck I went, I couldn't find any clothing. So now I'm enjoying actually just buying clothing and like being able to dress however I want. Um. Anyway, is there any bodybuilding news? I wanted to make today a question and answer podcast, but is there any bodybuilding news that we need to cover before we get into that?
We haven't. Oh, I guess we talked about Arnold UK already in the UK.
We talked about the Arnold UK. We've covered all the shows. I know we have Detroit coming up. The lineup is looking iffy. I mean, I know we're going to have a really strong top three at least. I don't know how deep the lineup's going to get.
Trying to sell Akeem on it today.
Yeah.
Akeem said he was going to visit his mom in the Caribbean or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that what he told you?
Yeah.
So we have some people that already have like I talked to Carlos Jr. He said he has to stay in Brazil for some things. I know John and James are potential entries, which if those two show up, we have a great show because then we have Martin Fitzwater, John De La Rosa, James,
Vito.
Justin, Good Vito. That's a strong top five right there.
Yeah.
It's like
Antoine's not doing it.
I don't know. Antoine said something about maybe doing it, but I haven't heard from him since. I was going to shoot him a message to see if he wants to do it. If Antoine does it, then we have a mini Arnold.
Mhm.
Oh, and by the way, I just need to say this real quickly. I sent Chris a message apologizing. So Ian, if you talk to him, I don't know if he got it or not, or if he just ignored me.
Why?
I sent him a message to apologize because we've been joking around so much about the Chris Bumstead thing at Detroit
Yeah.
that one of these bodybuilding pages picked it up and
Well,
announced it.
they knew we were joking. They were running with it.
I didn't think they knew they were joking.
Yeah, no, I saw in the comments
like
someone said, like, pretty sure they were joking. They're like, shh, you know?
Oh, so they were fucking around too.
Yeah, Chris knows we're fucking around. He doesn't give a shit.
Okay, I didn't know because I was like, when they picked it up and put it up, I was like, oh fuck, man, Chris is gonna be pissed.
No,
I
he
was
knows
like,
we're just kidding around.
okay, well, no, because he commented on it and he said like, I hope people don't expect me to be there, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't want to like, I didn't want to like piss anybody off. We were just fucking dicking around. So anyway, I want everybody to know. You guys probably know. Everybody watches the podcast knows we're joking, but any bodybuilding pages that are watching, we're fucking around. Don't repost that stuff. Except for Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler's coming back out of retirement. He will be there.
Yeah.
Anyway, other than that, is there any bodybuilding news to cover?
I saw the FEB made an announcement about now they have a corporate sponsor for Classic now too. So it seems like almost every class now they're getting covered.
Well, I
with
think
money.
I think we can give some credit to Mitt 45 and Uprising for that because I think they've got the ball rolling.
Yep.
So now Wolfpack is a corporate sponsor. I think I saw something about New Tech.
New Tech is the one Paul's talking about. Yeah.
Oh, but
Classic.
yeah. So Wolfpack is also a wellness. They're offering, I think, a sponsorship for wellness. I don't know if that's.
And then Classic Physique is the New Tech, so the shows will be up 3,500 each show.
I mean, that's incredible, right? So this is a good, like, I think all the promoters are trying to put in more money. Now sponsors are getting on board.
Yep.
And I think for what it's worth to anybody listening, I think if bodybuilding fans want to see bodybuilders make more money as a whole, instead of complaining about the IFBB, you should put your money where your mouth is. And these companies that are sponsoring shows, these companies that are promoting shows, the companies that are promoting or sponsoring the entire IFBB, these are the companies I think you should be rallying behind because they're the companies that are helping the bodybuilders make more money.
Yeah, come out to the shows.
Well, I mean, that's also, yeah, if you want to help also, you want to, a good way to do it is to come to the shows and
like that crowd in England was crazy.
But that show was crazy.
It was.
That was one of the best shows I've been to.
When you have two guys like that are, Hottie won, but Paul, you were sitting on the judging panel. Oh, are we allowed to say that who scored who where?
I don't know. I know the scores have been released, but I think they protect judges' names. They just go by judges' numbers.
Okay, well, let's not.
Maybe you can make a request to find out. I don't know, but
all right. Well, let's not say that. But some judges, I shouldn't even say that.
Well, two judges had Samson.
Yeah, you can tell by the scores.
Yeah. I don't know how I can word it. I can't word it. Just leave it.
Yeah, anyway. Just say it.
Anyway,
it wasn't unanimous. It wasn't unanimous.
No. Just leave it. It wasn't. It was definitely an awesome show. It was close, and that's all that matters. But
well, whether the scores were as close as people think it was,
we'll just say this without adding to it afterwards. The assumption is that Paul was one of the first place votes because Paul knows Samson.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh. So I'm just going to leave that there.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
Yeah, we're not going to say anything about that. But what I do want to say to that though, just as a caveat to people that think this kind of stuff, all of the judges are friends with most of the guys at the top. Like I'm sure Steve Weinberger has had coffee or lunch or something with Phil Heath or like Hottie and Hani Rambod have sat around with the judges. Probably like this is not, the judges aren't sequestered from the athletes. Like these guys are all friends. They talk at the shows. They probably have relationships outside of the shows. So like just because Paul knows Samson, it doesn't mean it's a conflict because all of the judges know all of the guys, especially at the top.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that note because I thought it was pretty fucking silly some of the stuff I was reading.
Yeah, nobody that actually knows anything about bodybuilding thinks it's an issue. It's like people that just like think that would be a thing, I
know, but the thing I always think is a lot of people that watch the show aren't necessarily bodybuilding insiders. So I feel like we have to make it clear to them that it's not. Yeah. I'm not talking to the hardcores because they kind of know, but I'm talking to more of like periphery bodybuilding viewers. Anyway,
if anyone wanted to check, they can always check my scores that I've given you over the years, Fouad. They're not always been favorable.
Yeah, you give me all the shit scores.
I got tough standards.
But that's because you hate me. So it's like we have like you have
I got tough standards. You better be right on for me.
Okay.
You're a little off.
Let's go through I do want to say one of the things I have to say is I'm really looking forward to Samson moving forward.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to find another coach. I don't know if he's going to continue with Mel. What I would say though is if he does find another coach, whoever it may be. I think, Iain would agree, and you guys would, Paul, you would agree. We were sitting, well, Paul, you were judging, but me and Iain were sitting like in line with you. We were sitting kind of in line with where the judges were sitting, if not closer. To me, Samson showed glimmers of like, whoa, he can get shredded.
100%.
Because that was because
especially the finals.
I have to say this just in defense of Samson. I know you guys all know I'm biased. Milos did a great job with Samson putting on a lot of muscle, and Samson obviously is very grateful to Milos for that. But I think what happened was they did 13 shows together, and Milos was never able to hit that peak. And at the end of it there, a lot of people were saying, well, Samson, maybe he's like a Lionel Bayeki. Maybe he's like a JD Dawodu, or maybe he's like all these, people in the past that we saw almost get there. Maybe he's like a Cedric. He just can't get that fully shredded look. Maybe he's thick skin. So they were never able to reach that like ultimate peak together. And people say, well, it's Samson's fault. Maybe he wasn't suffering enough. I'm like, okay, well, you can say that. You don't really know. You're just going by one person's word. But what we did see was, and I'm not saying Mel is a better coach than Samson or than Milos or anything. All I'm saying is that last show gave a glimmer of, oh, wait a minute. He can get,
there is more to this. Yeah.
Yeah. He can get thinner skin. He can get more shredded. So it's like, and I kind of feel bad for Samson because people are like, oh, he's not thankful to Milos. I'm like, he is thankful to Milos. He's very thankful to Milos. And he had a long conversation with me and said this was a very tough decision because if anybody is loyal on this earth, it's fucking Samson. Samson's been with Hostile for going on 4 years now, and he's had a lot of offers. Samson has had a lot of offers come his way from other companies, and he's stayed loyal to us. So Samson is a loyal person, and he was loyal to Milos. But when you're 36 years old or 37 years old, put yourself in Samson's shoes. You've done 13 shows now. You haven't really been able to fucking nail it. So you have to say to yourself, okay, I have only a few years left. What do I do? Do I ride this out and keep trying to get 90% there, or do I see if I can hit 100? Yep. Especially when every judge you speak to gives you the same info. You need to be shredded. You need to be shredded. You need to peak better.
Yeah.
Well, you have to. And then the second thing is, and I don't want to reveal too much, but like a lot of people that are making these comments about Milos and Samson don't know a lot of the other story. When you leave a coach, it's not always just because they didn't hit the peak. Maybe there are other things that you don't know about, that Samson is too classy to reveal, too classy to speak about, and he's just not saying anything. So I think people should really just take a deep breath. This is a professional it's a professional career sport. Coaches change, athletes change coaches all the time.
Yeah.
And I would say Milos owes Samson just as much as Samson owes Milos. Milos got a lot of popularity out of coaching Samson. He was coaching, I think, and I don't know Milos's entire roster over the course of his entire coaching career, but I don't know if Milos has ever had a third place guy at the Olympia. So that really raises
champion.
And an Arnold champion. I mean, that really raises a coach's stock. So if you want to look at it that way, you could say, well, Samson helped Milos just as much as Milos helped Samson.
Sometimes just a change for someone that's at a certain point in their career is good. Look at Jay when he went from Chris Aceto to Honey.
I don't understand this whole thing. Like, people getting like butthurt about changing coaches. It's like,
yeah, sometimes the change is good.
Years, he felt that he, wanted to try something different. Who fucking cares? Like, what is the problem? Yeah. It's so weird to like care about,
Yeah, I don't. Anyway, it's fine. I mean, people can care about it. People have their opinions. It's whatever. I'm just trying to shed a little bit more light on the fact as to why.
But I just don't understand in the same breath. It's like, are people suggesting that he should just stay with one coach forever?
Yeah. I think a lot of what I've seen,
like where do you cut the line there? It's like, okay, well, I clock's ticking. I want to see better version of myself. I'm not that I'm not thankful for Milos. He's done a lot for me. I won the Arnold. We've been top of the Olympia. That's great. I'm very thankful for all of that. But I know there is potentially, maybe there isn't. I don't know.
Maybe there isn't. Yeah.
But I need to go and try and see. We've been about the same, slowly progressing, but the clock is ticking. I want to try something new.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, you guys both switched coaches throughout your careers, and it wasn't anything personal or anything like that. It was just because time for a change.
look at if this was, let's take Iain for example. Iain took 2 top 10 finishes at the Olympia with Patrick, and then he went back to Matt.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, so because he took 2 top 10 finishes with Patrick, he should have to stay there forever.
Yeah.
Like it's not. This is a career at the end of the day. Like these people have to like, and everybody's benefiting. That's the biggest thing. Like I'm sorry, but you can't tell me Milos's stock didn't go up by having Samson.
They're also adults that are making the decisions that they think is best for themselves. You know, like this is your career and the coach's career, and you guys are just making the decisions that you think are best for you. It's nothing more than that. Like people are trying to think of like, he should be thankful for this guy, or what's he doing this, or what? It's like, what does any of this have to do with anything? It's like, I'm just trying to be the best version of a bodybuilder I can be. And look, maybe I'll switch coaches and I'll be worse. Maybe I'll switch coaches, I'll be no better. Maybe I'll switch coaches, I'll be 1,000 times better. We have no goddamn clue unless you try, you know?
Right. I think also the last thing, the final point I'll say about this is, for everybody defending Milos, you're allowed to. You're a fan of him, 100%. You like him, whatever. But you have to remember, Milos is still friends with Samson.
Yeah.
Like Milos would never talk this way about Samson. So it's like, if you're a fan of Milos and you're a fan of Samson, you should still be speaking positively about both of them, because Milos doesn't hate Samson for any of this.
No.
So like, why would you take it upon yourself to be, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Picking sides when they're not even picking sides.
Yeah, they're not picking sides. So why are you picking sides? Like, it's like, come on. Like,
it's just what the world is like right now. It's so like divided on shit. It's like, you're on this side or you're this side, you know? Like,
yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to make, I don't know if I cleared any of that up.
No,
I just
good.
wanted
We're
to,
good. That's
I know Samson's not going to talk about it. So I just kind of felt like maybe I should shed a little bit of light. Anyway. Okay. Let's go on and do some questions, because that's what I wanted this to be mainly about. And now we're 45 minutes in. Okay.
Who won the bet for the UK?
Oh, we didn't look at that. I think I lost because I switched for fun at the end.
I think I won again.
Well, okay, let's be honest for a second.
Pretty sure I won again. No need to look.
No. Okay, wait.
I have no idea if I actually won.
Let's be real for a second. I think we all kind of picked the same thing, and then some of us switched at the end just to make it fun.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened. So
that sounds like the attitude of a loser.
No,
I was the only one that had. Oh no, Seth had Akeem. Oh no, Fouad had Akeem third too.
Yeah, no, I did. The only thing,
but I had John fourth. You had James fourth, so I won.
No. I know that. This is what I'll say. We all had this at the start, and then I switched these two just so it would be different.
Wait, oh no, shit. Okay, no, yeah, Mo beat Antoine, but other than that, it was perfect. Justin didn't end up doing the show, so we can delete.
Where are we here?
Got that wrong, though.
Seth, Akeem, John, AV. He got that. Seth got the worst because he didn't even get. He got one out of the top 5. Actually, so did Van Wyck. You guys lost.
Seth did good. He had the whole top 4 right.
No, but James was in the top 5, so he got one out of the top 5.
Oh yeah, so he did good though.
He did good. We all got one placing wrong.
Yeah, except for me. I got the whole top 5 right.
But that's because you're an asshole and you don't like to be, because you're like, I would rather win than make it fun. So you're like, no.
What at all costs.
What am I making fun by guessing wrong? I'm just like, I'm doing what I think is.
No, but we all changed a little bit just so that we all didn't have the same placing. And then you're like, no,
no. We all picked around it in order. I had the same opportunity.
You can go back. Wait a minute. Brandon, go back and cut this section out of the last podcast we did. I literally said at the end, I had the same thing you had, and we all picked one at a time, right?
Yeah.
At the very end, I said, I'll just make it fun. And I put James in 4th.
Yeah, you did that. I admit you did that. I recall that.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is you were the only one who was not willing to like make it fun. You're like, no, I'm sticking to that.
I didn't need to change because you already did.
Yeah, because we all changed for you. That's why.
Well, just you did, not everybody else.
No, I think Mike did too.
No, those were my picks. I fucked up.
Yeah.
All right. So who's got the worst picks here? I think Mike's got the worst picks.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, grow mustache.
You gotta grow you gotta shave your beard.
Yeah, you gotta grow mustache.
Yeah, right.
Well, at least I didn't lose this one. I'm happy with that.
Hey, I'm still going. I told you I'm going undefeated the whole season this year.
That's not fucking. You know what? I don't think that was.
What did I say I was going to get if I went undefeated for the year?
I don't think this one should count because I had the same picks as you, and I was going to leave them, and then I'm like,
You have quite the same picks.
I had the exact same picks actually, and
you were the pussy that changed it, not me. we could have tied. You made that call, not me.
I stuck to my guns. In an effort to make the show more enjoyable, I will take second place. Yeah.
Okay. It's a true host.
Okay. Ooh, not a question, but can you give the people what they want and more Paul merch? Well, I'll tell you.
Asking for a Paul
okay,
shirt
I'm going to tell all you Paul fans something. We did Paul merch, and all you motherfuckers talked a big game and then didn't buy his clothing.
Nobody bought. I still got 2 shirts upstairs that are the wrapper to give away to somebody.
So I'm going to try it one more time because now I think Paul has more fans now than ever before. So
Can I design my logo?
No, we're just going to make a shirt just says Paul and really small.
Paul? Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah. I'm good with that. Nice and subtle.
That's what you always wanted.
I want on the breast, though. I want on the breast.
Right here, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paul. All right, we're going to design a shirt. Can we put hostile on it? Like on the back?
I guess.
I'll give you some shine. I'll let you have a little spotlight.
What do you want us to put on? Just Paul, nothing else? No logos?
Well, let's put it to the fans. What do they want to see?
Well, they're going to say just Paul. For sure.
I think that's the best idea. It's just nice and subtle.
You know, I can't believe you, Paul. I brought you all this way, and then you're like, I don't even want your logo on my shirt.
No, you can put hostile on the back, Fouad. It's okay.
Fucking cocksucker.
Right on the top of the back, right there.
No. We're I'm gonna make you deal though. We're gonna print a bunch of Paul shirts. If they don't sell, you have to buy them.
What's the goal?
We'll just do 100 shirts.
100. I better sell 100.
Well, you didn't last time.
I'm gonna make really? Did he sell 100?
I'm gonna make shirts that say "I know Paul."
Yeah. Okay, Wicked is gonna come out with "I know Paul," and we'll come out with just Paul.
I better not see a bunch of homeless people wearing these shirts in a couple months from now.
There's a bunch of homeless people wearing the Uncle June shirts. That's their shirt.
They all went to Value Village. Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do 100 shirts. So if you guys are actual Paul fans, you're gonna buy them out. All right.
Can I pick the colors?
You can pick whatever you want. It's your design.
All right. Well, we'll have to sit down with the
designers. We'll sit down with the designers and do it.
Yeah.
Okay. What body part can someone most often get away with not having? Calves.
From a bodybuilding standpoint, cows for sure.
Been 7th at the Olympia twice with 0 calves. Pro shows 0 calves. Really didn't hurt me at all.
Calves and forearms.
Did Paul Lauzon judge bikini and wellness at the Arnold UK?
Yes.
What percent is AI Iain on his app? It's all AI, but you're writing.
What percent is AI? Are they asking like?
Oh, the gayness of the.
Yeah, by the way,
well, it can't exceed 41, right?
Can I give a merch plug while we're talking about it?
Of course you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna have those. I got the 41% shirts. I got a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to use the picture to market it that you've posted.
No, I was like slightly joking. I was like, this is way too bad to post.
Yeah. I don't think I would be able to. I'd have to unfollow you.
Just have like a 2 stick people pegging each other.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of non-binary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 3 different ones, so I'll be posting them. So yeah, people can look out for that. And I got these ones too.
All right, the 41%. Oh, I like those.
They're like on a crew neck, like a Gildan crew neck.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like the logo. The shoe with the wing.
The 41%ers, the Ivy League running or track and field. What else? Anything else?
Yeah, I got another one. I'll leave. It's a
secret.
It's a podcast joke that I don't think a lot of people remember, but I'll post the clip with it. It'll be funny.
Okay, when does is it dropping on like where IainValliere.com?
Yeah, I think what is my website? TeamValliere.com, I think.
Let me see. I've never gone to your website.
TeamValliere.com, I believe, is the website.
Where the fuck? 1 second. Facebook, Amazon, Instagram. Where the fuck is your website?
Just go to the URL bar and type in TeamValliere.com.
Oh, I didn't know if you were. Nothing. It didn't pop up.
I don't know what the website is, and I'll have to ask Melissa.
Let's see. This is the first picture that pops up. That's great.
Let me ask her. So I can
is this morphed?
No.
That's real?
Yeah.
Fuck, you actually were big, eh?
You're big ones.
You were big at one point. Yeah, I don't see his website anywhere. You need better marketing, Ian. You're not even on the first page.
Trying to find this picture this guy sent me of him and Lee Priest. I can't find it now.
Of Ian and Lee Priest?
Yeah. It's
funny. Don't show that one.
No, it's not the one we have. It's a different one. It's funny. It's a little more tasteful.
IainValliere.com. Nope, that didn't come up either. Yeah, he better go figure out not a good thing if you can't send people to your website.
What's the name of that?
Hey, you got to buy my merch. I don't know where you can get it.
Did you type in Team Valliere?
I did.
Yeah, no, it is teamvalliere.com. She said, I think she just has it down because she's putting all the merch on it right now.
Did I spell your name right? V-A?
Yeah, that is it.
Oh, okay. Oh, can we also
that will be the site. I'll post it when they're up.
Okay, teamvalliere.com. Go there, get all of Ian's merch.
Yeah. I'll tell you when they're live. I have them all here, so we're just going to organize them. But I'm going to Oklahoma for the next few days, so we'll post them when I'm back. And
make sure you tag us all when you post it. That way we can reshare.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Can you please? No. What was your favorite song you ever did a posing routine to? I think it's called Final. I think it's called Final Cut. No, Final. I can't remember. It's some like dramatic fucking theme song from a movie. It was at the Arnold Classic 2017.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, I actually was going to say this. This is a question I had for you guys. I thought about the other day because I was thinking about Million Miles Away, and your mom told me it sucked, which really hurt my feelings. That really hurt my feelings because I thought like these guys are just immature. Like if a mature person watched this, they'd probably like it. So when your mom
I like how you classified yourself as mature there.
So when your mom watched it and she was like, that movie sucked. I was like, oh man, if Ian's mom
she almost didn't in the first 15 minutes. She's like, I almost didn't make it.
I will tell you this. It does get better.
She did admit that it was better, but she said it wasn't great. The first 15 was really hard to get through.
It was for me too. It was one of those movies.
Beginning like social justice warrior bullshit in the first 15. She's like, I almost didn't make it through that.
The thing is, I thought it was shit. And then at the end, I was like, oh, that was pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So the question I had for you guys, because I was thinking about it, is what's one throwaway movie that you would recommend to somebody, but is shit?
Like American or someone that
like something that you
I watched
like.
I watched the new Roadhouse, and that was fucking shit.
Oh, really?
Go watch Roadhouse. That's it.
Yeah.
Roadhouse is in the same category as Million Miles Away from me. It's like I watched it, I was entertained, but it was dog shit.
Yeah, really.
Like compared to the old Roadhouse, it was kind of like
first one's a classic.
Yeah, they just told McGregor like just walk around like this the whole time. He's like, that's all he does. The whole fucking movie.
Yeah, I don't know what number I would classify it as, because entertainment value wise, I'd be like a 7 maybe.
Yeah.
Like actual movie wise though, it's like a 4. Like I don't know. There's a lot. I noticed a lot of I don't know if it's just me because I'm too like hyper focused, but I noticed some social justice shit in that movie too.
Yeah, it's almost painted into like 90% of movies nowadays, though.
Yeah. Okay, so what's a movie that is a 7 or below, but you like it or even less, but you like it anyway?
13 going on 30.
I knew you were gonna say that. You're so gay for saying that. Is
that a chick flick?
Yeah. It's like this
Jennifer Garner.
It's like this like
I like her.
No.
One of my favorite movies, but it's
Paul's gonna what? You know what's gonna happen?
Garner.
Listen, you know what's gonna happen right now? Because you did that, Paul's gonna watch it. That was good. That was a good movie.
I won't watch it, I promise.
No, Paul, you're right. It's good. It's good.
I used to enjoy the Golden Girls.
Oh, this is not the Golden.
That makes a lot of sense.
I've watched I've watched some episodes of Golden Girls.
I used to love that show.
All right, this is
good old Blanche.
Yeah, Rose. Rose.
This is 13 going on 30. It's like I think she wakes up one day, she's 13 or something like that. Is now
she's 13 and she wakes up one day and she's 30.
Yeah.
Is that a young Jennifer Garner? How old's that movie?
I don't know, early 2000s.
Paul's just like, I like it because she's hot.
She's younger. Right. She's hotter.
Anyways, okay, so 13 going on 30. Paul, what's yours? Golden Girls? But do you have a movie or no? You already know yours. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Shit.
Yeah, because I gotta admit, I started watching on the airplane ride to England. I turned it off after half an hour.
Told you.
I don't know what. I think I was really high the first time I watched it. I don't know.
You know, it's funny though. I tried to watch Babylon. That's with Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie, and I got through 10 or 15 minutes of it. I'm like, I just can't. It was 3 hours long.
There's a lot of those movies I can't.
Well, you know what I think? Like we talked about it, like, sometimes you got to be in the mood for a certain movie.
Yeah, but
And
that
I don't
one,
know.
it's like, but I don't like movies that don't have a story. Like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood doesn't have a story. Like I
Well,
don't.
kind of did, but I wasn't in the mood for
You
it.
don't even know the story.
Well, it's about a stunt.
Tell me the story about the movie.
Sort of
About a stunt
a
man.
washed-up actor and a stuntman.
Okay, but what's the story?
They're friends. They
And
go through some different adventures.
What happens?
Well, at the end,
Nothing happens.
shit hits a fan at the end.
Mike, do you have a dog shit movie that you like that nobody else does?
Corky Romano.
What the fuck
ever
is
seen
that?
Corky?
Oh, wait a minute. I remember
why do I
that.
know
Who's
that
in
name?
that?
You know that
Who's in
name.
that?
Chris Kattan from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, he annoys me, that guy. Yeah.
It's fucking great, that movie, though. When he
Yeah.
accidentally inhales all the cocaine, it's fucking fantastic.
I've seen this, but it's been a long time.
Oh, I hate this fucking guy.
Did he used to do a skit where he acted like a fucking monkey and shit too? Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
I remember this.
I can't stand this guy. I haven't seen the movie, but I can't stand this guy. Oh, just that face.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's dog shit because I actually think it's a good movie, and I'm sure, I don't know if you guys like it too, but the movies like Team America.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Those guys, you got a lot of people like those movies. I've never seen them.
Or like Borat, or like any of those.
I love
Yeah,
Borat.
yeah,
I love Borat. Yeah.
Oh, someone sent me a hilarious.
I know a lot of people nowadays, like, they hate those movies, you know?
Yeah, they don't have the same sense of humor we did.
They don't have the same sense of humor as us. Like,
They
I think
don't.
people are like my age and older will like it, but people that are like 30 and younger will
Is
think
it too?
It's like nobody likes Seinfeld now.
it's the same kind of people that like they all think Dave Chappelle sucks now, you know?
Is
Really?
it too offensive? Is that why?
Everyone hates Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle.
people are too soft.
Yeah, they just think it's like,
Snowflakes.
this isn't funny, this is stupid, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking hilarious. You have no idea what you're talking
Did you say people hate Seinfeld? Who the fuck hates Seinfeld?
Young people don't like Seinfeld.
Yeah, they think it's stupid, makes no sense.
Yeah.
Huh? That's crazy.
I know.
There's a lot of things about young kids. I shouldn't say young kids, like it's not like an old fucking man.
The new generation.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things about like 20 plus, like 20 between 20 and 30-year-old, 20 to 25, that I had no idea about.
No,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
You want to see this picture this guy sent me from you at the expo with Lee Priest that you can use for your 41% shirt?
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the same one you sent us today.
No.
No.
Oh, I remember that.
I
one.
see that one. That was great. Yeah.
That guy specifically came up and asked to take that photo.
Look how mad he is that you did not high fiving him.
Oh
What the
my
fuck,
god.
dude?
What the fuck?
That was
All
a
right.
while.
Ian, what was your favorite song you ever did a posing routine, or do you care? You're not really a posing routine guy.
I definitely had. I honestly can't. It's hard for me to remember all the songs I did posing routines to. I've done a lot of shows, man. It's fucking hard to remember.
Yeah.
And I honestly think because I never really actually put together a posing routine, even if I did a show like a week apart, I'd pick a new song.
Yeah.
So like I didn't like, you know, if you're gonna put together a whole routine, you need to like kind of use music a couple times. But I was like, I've done 50 songs in my life, you know?
There's a lot of songs I want to use that I never used. That I know. Mike, do you have a favorite posing song, or did you give a fuck?
I think I used to pose to like Metallica and shit.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Paul?
It goes to everything, like EDM to fucking metal, like hard metal to like
yeah,
rap,
I've done same here. I've done like
like
AC/DC.
old classic music. Yeah, like
Yeah, I've done hard rock, hard rap. I've done everything.
I remember when I did the show, that the first show I ever won in Spain, someone told me before I went to Spain that the European judges don't like people posing to like hard
Rap.
American metal or rap.
Yeah.
So I picked like some like literal like fucking like
Slow
opera
song.
singing classical music and posed to it. Yeah. And then
You know
I
what?
won the show.
You know what? Some of the best advice I ever got, though, and this is probably something for new competitors coming out, that may sound obvious. I don't know. When I was in, I think my third pro show, it was the first time I qualified for the Olympia. I posed to Beastie Boys at the Dallas Europa, and I used to love Beastie Boys, and I fucking posed, and it was good, whatever, blah blah blah. After I came off, I forget who gave me the advice, but they're like, "Hey, don't pose to music you like. Pose to music that suits your physique and that the audience will like."
Yeah,
because it's not, even though like Beastie Boys is cool, it's not really posing music.
What song was it?
Sabotage.
No. It was
Girls.
What You Want. No. It was what you want. But anyway, so I think
You had
that's
good routines, Fouad.
no. The routine was fine. It's just sometimes the music, like Ian saw my routine at the 2017 Arnold. Like even though I hated the way my physique looked,
That was the Samson one, the one that he's copied, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that music, it kind of like sometimes if it goes with your physique, it makes your presentation better, and then the crowd gets into it more.
Yeah.
So it's like Samson did Purple Rain, for example.
Oh, that was so good.
Everybody in the audience was like, holy.
That was so good. Yeah, that was awesome.
Because it fit his physique, his posing style.
And just like it fit the night. Like, I don't know.
It fit the night, yeah.
Perfect song.
Everything about it was good. So anyway, if you go on a lunch date with anyone in the world, no, wait, sorry, let me read that. I'm sorry. If you could go on a lunch with anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be with and why?
Lunch.
Also, when is product coming to the UK? I don't know when product is coming to the UK, but
lunch, like dinner.
I would go to lunch
Coffee.
I would go on a dessert date with Dana White.
That'd be cool.
I was going to pick Joe Rogan because we get high together.
I'd like to do like a full fucking bender night of blow with Theo Vaughn.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to hang out with Shane Gillis.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, he'd piss your fucking pants all night long with it.
Yeah.
I would just like, I'd like to sit down with like a Patrick Bet David or a Dana White and be like, what was it like in the beginning?
Yeah.
Because everybody sees the shine at the end. And I want to just have that conversation.
Yeah.
But
I'm selfish. I just want to be entertained.
You just want to be high as fuck.
Yeah.
What about like if you could go to dinner with who's the sprinter? Usain Bolt.
Same. Yeah.
No? What about
You're fast. So are you, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I like to run 9.5, whatever. It's like, yeah, it was awesome. Okay, cool. You know, like there's not really much to talk about there.
Yeah.
Paul? Who's your lunch date?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan would be good. I'd like to hang out with Joe Rogan.
I think we would really get along.
Yeah.
I think you would get along with Joe Rogan, yeah.
I think all of us should hang out with...
Imagine our picture together.
Yeah, you both stand like... Yeah, Rogan does stand like that.
Exactly
like that,
yeah. Do you guys eat ass? Why or why not? Love the show, guys. Do any of us not eat ass? Let's just say that.
I'm an adult. I eat ass.
My wife tells me not to eat it too much.
Oh, stop.
You're neglecting the other one.
Would Paul Lauzon rather have given up bodybuilding or weed? Both have to be in peak of using or training. Which one would you rather give up?
So, okay, now let's clarify the bodybuilding competition or just the lifestyle?
Bodybuilding, period. You can't go to the gym.
You mean?
Can't go to the gym anymore.
Yeah, I could never give that up.
So you quit weed first.
I would have to.
Oh,
Reluctantly,
take up another habit. Just be high on shrooms all the time.
Yeah, well, maybe that kratom.
I was just going to say, you're going to get high on kratom.
Yeah.
What are all your favorite beers? I don't think I have a favorite beer anymore. I would just drink whatever. You know, somebody bought us a Guinness in fucking the UK.
Yeah.
Please don't. That's horrible. It's like drinking it's like drinking a beer milkshake. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's the way to put it.
It's piss warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's disgusting.
A beer smoothie.
This is a super fucking gay answer, but there's an Indian beer called Kingfisher. Have you guys ever had this?
Why is that gay? No, I haven't.
It's just like a very like trendy, lamey
like
thing.
Craft, like craft beer.
Blue
like a
Moon's
charcuterie board thing to say, you know?
Okay.
But they're fucking good. They're really good. Yeah.
I like go ahead, Paul.
I like a hard seltzer or something once in a while.
What do you mean, like a Mike's Hard Lemonade, or am I off on that?
Something like that, or even like they have like different ones, like tequila ones. Yeah, something like that. You know, like they have like tequila based.
You know, I've never had a White Claw. Is that good?
Yeah, I haven't had one.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I've had one before.
Huh. Paul, I'm getting the vibe that you don't actually like alcohol, so you like the sweeter things because they don't taste like alcohol.
Is
that true?
As I've gotten older, I used to love tying one on once in a while, but now it hurts so much for so many days after.
No, I don't mean
long to recover.
I don't mean drinking. I mean like when we used to drink, we would usually drink vodka or fucking something gross.
Rum and Coke,
but I feel like as you get older, your drinking taste is becoming
because I used to drink to get drunk.
Yeah. So now you want to enjoy it.
Well, yeah, I don't want to get drunk, so I'd rather just have a couple drinks. That's going to take me a while to drink. Back in those days, I used to want to get drunk as fast as
Yeah, but
possible.
if you're drinking White Claws and they're easy to drink, you're probably gonna get drunk faster.
Yeah, you get bloated. My stomach gets bloated pretty quickly after
Uh,
a couple of them.
Paul, another Paulism.
It's a lot of digestion here.
Right. Get some digestion issues there.
Another Paulism to go.
Yeah.
Do you think top three from the Mr. Olympia 2023 will be the same top three in the Mr. Olympia 2024? A good question. I don't know
Yeah.
because Nick is a wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
You know, Nick.
Yeah.
Andrew
Nick
could
looks-
always sneak in there. Nick's back. I mean, there's a lot of new guys. You know, a lot of guys that'll be back that are going to be improved or that
Who knows? Who knows what Rami's layoff is done for him?
So is Rami 100% coming back this Olympia? Do we know what his plan is?
I don't know. I'm just assuming. I'm like, I don't want to count him out.
So there's like 3 or 4 guys that this year, all of them have an equal chance of winning pretty much.
Yeah, but we've been
maybe
saying,
a couple have a higher
we've
chance
been
than
saying that for like 3 years now.
Yeah, that's what it makes bodybuilding great.
Well, and it's alternated. It was Hottie, then Derek, and now it's jumped around. So
the thing is, I think I might want to say this, and I think I could be sure about it. Maybe. I think
sure about it. Maybe.
None of that.
I don't know.
Doesn't sound
Yes,
very sure.
None of that sounded right. That whole sentence was garbage.
I'm maybe positive.
Yeah. All right. Let me rephrase it.
Give us a percentage.
I think I
You're
could
pretty sure.
I think I could be 85% certain that Derek will make a significant jump from last year and probably win again.
It wouldn't be out of the question, and I wouldn't be shocked.
Because I don't think because if you guys remember, sorry to interrupt you, Paul. If you guys remember, that's really only Derek's first year of full on off season trying to be open.
Yeah.
So if he puts on any significant amount of muscle again, with Hottie getting him in the same condition, he's going to be very tough to beat.
I think
Because
you put odds on it.
If Hottie was like he is at the Arnold and Derek has improved, it'll be very, very close. The only thing with Derek is like his level of detail from the front, like through his chest and his arms and his quads, is just not even close.
I agree with you.
Crazy from the back. So it's like, it's fucking tough, man. I don't know.
So I agree with you, but my thought on it is with an extra year of mass, the density will look better. And I think if you ask me if Hottie beat Derek at last year's Olympia the way he looked at the Ohio, I'm with you.
Yeah.
For sure, that version of Hottie beats Derek at the 23 Olympia, but I don't think that version of Hottie will beat a new Derek.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I could be with you. I'm not sure yet. I need to see an update of Derek and see where he's at now. And
I just
if
think
I saw one picture of him now and be like, okay, I could make at least a judgment call, but I don't really have any idea what he looks like.
well, I think the last time he posted a photo, I was pretty blown away. Let me see. I mean, Derek. Go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
If you were to give each guy odds, Derek's got the best odds at the moment, followed probably by Hottie, then Samson, and then
Yeah,
maybe Nick.
well, Hottie, it swayed the odds a little in his favor because of the Arnold Columbus.
This is I think the last update. If this is a legitimate like now. But like if these quads keep getting bigger, because part of the knock on Derek is that his quads aren't up to par with the same width of his upper body.
His chest and like the detailed separation of his arms and shoulders, which I'm still not quite.
That's still
But he's
for
still
sure
he's still won without that. So it's
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't be shocked if he won by any means now.
I mean, this is going to be
Play
hard.
the video.
If it's not a video, it's just a blurred out, like it just does that. But like, if he can keep this waist like this and keep growing,
He's got like a fucking goddamn 10-pack, 8-pack going on there too.
And he's building maturity every year. He's still young. He hasn't been in the sport that long. Still, relatively speaking.
He's only 30.
And then also, Paul, I think I just heard you say you think Hottie is a shoe in for second, or
Not a shoe in. No. I just meant like if you were to put odds, like Vegas odds on each guy.
Okay, that's what you said. I don't know if I would put odds on Hottie again and it's not because of a dislike for Hottie. I think he's incredible, but fucking Nick has looked like he put on a lot of mass.
Yeah, but I think still, if you're a betting man, like if you were like to place like Vegas odds at everybody, like Nick would be the outlier of that four at the moment, just because he hasn't. I don't know if
I believe
we'll
that.
have a very, very clear picture of this after Nick does New York.
No,
Yeah.
I know that. We're just playing just for fun. We're playing a game.
And who else is doing New York? Do we know?
Tonio. I think
Tonio looks fucking good too, man.
I think Stu's doing New York.
You see what Tonio looks like right now?
Yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah.
I just reached out to him. I reached out to him to do Detroit, but I don't think he's going to. Let me see here. Tonio looks incredible.
He can be ready, yeah. He's leveled up a lot. Like I got to give Jacoby the credit since he switched coaches and working with Justin. He's changed a lot, man.
Yeah.
Show more detail now.
Yeah.
It's really an incredible physique. It's fucking really well put
Especially
together.
from the back, man. Look at that front lat. That's
Look at his
crazy.
fucking quad.
Jeez, that's perfect. Look at that.
Look at these quads, man.
Yeah.
On his quads.
It's a perfect X.
He's gonna have a tough time with Nick because Nick's gonna outsize him dramatically. But
on the side.
He's still got a beautiful physique.
Yeah.
He'll probably go on.
He's got some back shots that are recent too on this page that are fucking nuts, man. Like look at that even training there.
He'll probably go on to win he'll probably go on to win California, which is right after
look at this. What the fuck is this shit?
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's like dense, man. That's like rock hard muscle there, like crazy.
That's 5 days ago.
Yeah.
He's a really good bodybuilder, man. He's got it put together.
Maybe he is jumping to Detroit. It looks like he's almost ready right now.
Yeah, look at that. That's crazy good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like Dexter Jackson. Oh, somebody said it there. Abdullah said it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo, how funny is fucking Abdullah, by the way? This guy is one of the funniest guys I think I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
This guy's just been sending me memes of like fat people doing fucking parkour lately.
He sent me that guy. I love that guy. I see that guy all the time. I sent him a message. I said, I love this
guy with the huge head.
Yeah. Big fat guy is a parkour. Take a shot every time Ian says, we'd all be hammered. Does feeling in prep differ from physical mental fatigue? Or if they're the same, does fatigue management not matter on prep since that's how you're supposed to feel? Or is fatigue still managed while dieting? I just always thought that fatigue was catabolic and raised cortisol like crazy, so I never really understood what feeling on prep is like.
What if fatigue prep on feeling fatigue prep?
What the fuck did he just ask us?
I think I'm gonna try and summarize. I'm gonna try and summarize.
Is it okay to be fatigued on prep? Yes. You're in a caloric deficit, your output's high, you're going to reach a point where you're going to be fucking tired, and getting off the couch might feel like the most difficult thing in the world. And no, you're not just gonna lose all your muscle because of it. And if you think you are, you're probably gonna be fat on stage, so stop worrying about it.
Could I say something about this though? This question, but wait a second. This question encompasses what bodybuilding is currently becoming.
100%. Yeah.
Because listen, I see the same line of thinking in everything. If you're too sore, you train too hard and you're overtraining. Yeah. If your stomach hurts, your digestion is off and you're eating too much. If you're tired, your cortisol levels are
losing muscle.
Don't be tired. Like these things are all like bodybuilding's fucking hard, man.
Where does someone ever gather that being fatigued means that your cortisol is high and that you're losing muscle? So if you're just tired because like you've worked a long day and you're fucking sleepy, like at the end of the day, it's like, muscle.
I think what he's implying, because I've seen this before. I think what he's implying that is
a normal thing in high output.
Yeah, but what he's implying is that if your body's not rested, that means your cortisol is high and you shouldn't be going hard at the gym. You should rest. And I'm like, okay, but rest and fatigue are two different things also.
Yeah, there is a rest to fatigue ratio. Like I think as you get closer to a show, should you be increasing your training volume? Clearly not. As you get closer to a show and you're a week out versus 6 weeks out, should maybe your training volume or something maybe lower a bit or intensity lower a bit? Sure. But like these are not things that you need. Like you're worrying about nuances here that are not relevant in this context.
Can I just make this point really quick? And maybe this is just the bro science part of me, but this is just some way I've always felt. Your brain is meant to manage your body and your feelings in a way that protect you from things that don't feel good. So being sore, being tired, your stomach feeling uncomfortable because you ate too much, all of these things is your brain saying, oh, don't do that. It's too much. I need to protect you. Don't eat so much next time. I need to protect you. Don't train so hard next time. You're too sore. Don't maybe sleep more. Don't get up and do your cardio because you need more. Like your brain is always trying to protect you from any uncomfortable feelings.
And give an easy way out.
And now it's like the bodybuilding mentality currently has been like, well, maybe that's right. Maybe we shouldn't be too tired. Maybe we shouldn't be too sore. Maybe we shouldn't be. And it's like, maybe to a certain extent, those things are true.
Then have fun having no muscle and being fat on stage.
Right. Yeah. Right. So to get to where like the guys we're looking at, like Tonio and Nick, and like these guys have gone through pain and stomach discomfort and soreness,
high levels of fatigue, and
like this doesn't.
I've seen guys like Nick and stuff where they're 2 weeks out from the Arnold at the gym and they can like barely fucking walk. They're so tired from like doing their fucking 2 hours of cardio. Their carbs are low. Like guys are just like, man, I can barely walk. I'm so tired, you know?
Ian, I specifically remember a time when working with Chad, being on low carbs, I specifically remember the end of my prep, and this would happen every single night to the point where I could gauge it to the minute.
I didn't know the couch
I would get on the step mill, 13 minutes in, maybe to 13, between 13 and 15 minutes in, the hypo would hit. But I was so fucking mental in my head that I was like, I can't get off this fucking machine. So instead of stopping, I would turn the level down maybe to 2 or 3, but I would finish. I would be like cold sweats, like shivering. And
I know what I would even convince myself then. It's like, oh, if I'm going hypo, the blood sugar's low. I'm burning.
Yeah. I'm like, I must be getting shredded.
Fat burning time, boys. Let's go. You know.
But the point is, I've seen people now go, oh, you got to get off. You got to go get a meal in. You got to get some carbs. And I'm like,
Fouad, remember one time back in those days when you trained the odd person here and there, and Fouad was training this one young kid.
I know exactly what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, the kid was like a couple weeks off the show, so Fouad had been doing so much cardio a day and whatnot, and I think he had him doing like stairs and whatever for his cardio.
Yeah, I had him doing step mill.
Yeah. So once or twice, Fouad catches him riding a bike, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, like I was a little bit sore today. I thought I'd switch up the bike today." Fouad would get mad, let it go. Then one day we see him out in the lobby where we're doing our cardio. We see him out in the lobby eating a fucking protein bar or something.
No, it was a granola bar. It was one of those like, yeah.
So Fouad like jumps off the treadmill, runs down. It's like, "The fuck you doing?" He's like, "I needed it. My body needed it."
No. What happened was we had just walked into the gym. We weren't doing cardio.
That's what it was.
We just walked into the gym, and we had a little lobby in the gym when you walked in, and he was sitting at the table eating like these. I don't know if you know what a Daryl's bar is. It's like a granola / protein bar. We used to sell them at the gym. So he's sitting there mashing one, and I'm like, "The fuck are you doing? That's not in your diet." He's like, "Well, I went hypo on the step mill."
Yeah, that's what
it was. I needed, and he's like, "My feet hurt, and I needed to get." And I'm like, "I'm not coaching you anymore." I'm like, "We're done."
This is honestly one of the reasons I couldn't coach. It's like because the amount of people that I know that were doing that shit and then would blatantly lie to you about it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be honest about it. Because if you didn't catch him, he would have never told you. Right.
For sure.
If you were like, "Hey man, I know you've been cheating on your," I'd be like, "No, I swear I wasn't." It's like, I'm not fucking retarded. I know that with the calories you're eating and what you're doing, you should have lost more weight or you should have changed different.
I'll tell you, that's probably the bulk of the reason why I stopped coaching. Because I was
I would 99% of the reason.
I remember coaching guys and they'd be like, "I didn't lose any weight this week." I'm like, "Dude, you're eating like nothing. Yeah. Like I've lowered your calories by like 200-300 calories every week and nothing's happening."
Yeah.
And then eventually after like 4 or 5 weeks of this, I'm like, "Look, you're definitely lying."
Yeah.
And I pressed the guy so much. He's like, "Well, I eat some cookies sometimes when I'm hungry." I'm like,
I have one just like this. But and I've had guys where it's like that, where I'm like, yo, I fucking know, like I wasn't born yesterday. I've been doing this a long time. Like I know that there's something else is going in here, or where something like peak for a show and like the look changes dramatically, like right before the show, or a couple days out. And I'm like, "What did you do?" And it's like a little comes out. "Oh, I just had a few extra this."
Right.
And I'm that's not all you had. There was more. Like, okay, well, maybe I did have this. And then you keep pushing. It's like, more.
Yeah. I think the best coaches, see, I never had the patience for that because I was like, if you can't do it the way it's supposed to be done, I don't want to help you.
You almost need to like predict that it's going to happen and allow an allowance for it,
Well, I think the best coaches are the ones that know how to either motivate or work around people's faults, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Because I think if you just expect everybody to be perfect, I don't think you'd be a good coach.
Yeah.
Because I don't think everybody has that trait.
It should.
Not much of a question, but I have to agree with Paul Lauzon on the soup situation.
Many people have told me that.
I do. I would say that I think soup is a love-hate food.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
There's not like many people who are like in the middle. It's like either like it or you don't.
Same with the meat on the bone. Because even when we were with Ron Partlow, he's like, I won't eat that shit.
Yeah. Ron was even more picky than I am.
Way pickier than you.
Yeah. Ron said at one time he had to have all the food separate.
So did mix it. John De La Rosa.
Yeah. So
we are
a trade amongst us.
Well, we are still
greats
amongst us genetically gifted bodybuilders.
We are still split on the chocolate vanilla situation.
Yeah, I get a lot of support on my vanilla.
We get a lot of support on chocolate.
Yeah.
I think that one's still a 50-50.
I had a vanilla shake
there. I was shocked. I thought it was like 80-20 for chocolate.
No.
But I'm
No,
like,
if you were to, I'll bet you if you were to ask females though, it's way more heavy chocolate,
you know what I bet you though?
especially
I
if they're
bet
on their periods.
this is what I fuck you, Paul. This is what I this is what I this is
Science
this is
says.
this
If
is what
you were to
I
pull women while they're
right.
on their periods, guarantee you get a high percentage want chocolate.
Right. But you know what else I would pull? I would also pull how many people eat vanilla by itself. Because the difference between chocolate and vanilla is this. You can have just chocolate and be happy. Vanilla, you usually have to add something to make it good.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, like
vanilla is
chocolate
definitely
syrup.
Yeah, you have to add
vanilla is
chocolate syrup.
vanilla is definitely a much better base. Like if you're going to get like a fucking Blizzard from Dairy
Oh, of
Queen,
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't want a chocolate base. You want a
It's
vanilla
more
base.
versatile.
I agree with that 1000%. I just think eating a vanilla ice cream by itself is dog shit. It's
Oh,
like
try it,
it's
Fouad.
just
It's
frozen.
delicious.
It's just frozen milk. I
No,
have
it
tried
isn't.
it. I have tried it. You act like I've never had vanilla ice
Not
cream.
vanilla bean. Not vanilla bean.
French vanilla.
What if you're having it? What if you're having it with like a pie or a cake?
Yeah.
No, but that's my point. You're proving my point. It's got to be
apple
with something.
pie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
with
still,
pie.
it's great on its own.
Like,
With
would you
pie
ever
or cake?
would you ever want chocolate with your apple pie?
No, 100%. I agree with you that with something else, vanilla is always the go-to.
I agree that it's very versatile, but it's also
Complementary. Yeah.
It's not
You-
very versatile. It's a
how
condiment.
about
It's a condiment.
how about a vanilla milkshake? You ever had one?
But listen, vanilla's in the same category
You ever had one?
as ketchup.
You ever had one of those?
45 years
Vanilla
old. He has had a
milkshake?
vanilla milkshake.
Fucking 40 years old. Never had it.
I'll bet he hasn't. I'll bet
I
he's never
have had a
plain
vanilla milkshake. I have. It just
He's
tastes
at
like
10.
it tastes like frozen milk. It just
When's the
like
last time you had one?
Oh, it's been a long time.
If I buy one, will you drink it?
I will drink it.
Okay. Next
And
time
I
we go
promise
together,
you,
I'll buy
and I
one.
promise you this, I will like it, but not as much as a chocolate milkshake.
I think you should try both and then decide for yourself.
And
Chocolate?
I can also tell you this, Paul, just by owning a business that sells these things. I sell a way more chocolate milkshake protein than vanilla milkshake protein.
Yeah, but your vanilla flavor you didn't quite.
No, he's right. I'm
No,
pretty
that's
sure,
across the board, man.
I think
Yeah.
it's across the board. Chocolate flavors exponentially outsell vanilla based flavors. For
Really?
sure. Yeah.
Dude, vanilla milkshake, vanilla anything is only
Like
amazing
milk.
as an addition.
Yeah, like chocolate peanut butter, chocolate this, chocolate mint. Those all outsell like the vanilla fucking whatever's way.
Even
more.
like the chocolate combinations outsell vanilla?
Yeah, dude, vanilla sucks. You know what
I just think companies haven't
vanilla,
mastered vanilla flavor.
you know what vanilla protein's good for? Mixing with shit.
mixing with other shit.
Mixing with with
See,
fruit.
I like to mix chocolate. I like to mix chocolate protein powder with stuff.
with that with protein powder. He's definitely 100% right. Because I love vanilla
'cause I like-
protein powder, but I only ever use it mixed with other things.
Right,
See, I don't.
'cause it
If I'm
tastes
gonna
ass.
drink, if I'm gonna drink it just by like just the protein with nothing else, I'm drinking a chocolate flavor all day.
See, this is where I'm different. I like to make my vanilla. I like to make my protein shakes into pudding a lot of times. So peanut butter goes really well with chocolate protein, where it doesn't go well with vanilla.
I put chocolate. I put peanut butter and vanilla protein, but
It doesn't go as well with chocolate though.
no, not as well.
You've got one combination, but you can make the thing is you can make the chocolate pudding by itself and it's still delicious.
Vanilla is great too on its own.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
All right. Mercedes versus BMW. Not that you guys really care, but your thoughts. Anybody?
I would take Mercedes.
Ladies.
I think
Who
I'm
has
saying-
Arab? He's picking BMW all day.
What does that mean? The Mercedes is more Arab than the BMW. Listen, a white.
Are you picking BMW? Yes or no?
Fucking G-Wagon, bro.
That's right. I don't know, to be honest with you. There's a lot of good cars on both because I like the AMG
Pick
GT.
If you had to pick one,
I think BMW has more overall good cars, but I think I would take the Mercedes for like 2 or 3 of the vehicles they have. All right. What foods do you put ketchup on that others might not?
Everything.
I don't put ketchup on anything I eat.
Ian hates ketchup.
Whoa. Let's not.
You don't ever use it. You don't ever use it.
That's a very strong word.
What do you mean?
I don't hate it. I like ketchup. I just
What do
don't.
you put it on?
Not much.
She's like, don't ruin my Heinz sponsorship here, man.
No, I would never like. Look,
Okay,
if I'm having French fries, like, look, would I put ketchup on a burger? Sure. If I'm having French fries, I would probably have like a Chipotle mayo or something spicy. I'm not gonna ever
Why
opt
you
for
gotta be so flashy? Why can't you just have ketchup like the rest of us?
Chipotle mayo.
because there's better sauces. I'm gonna pick the better one. You know.
I do like.
What
I
if
do
you go
like.
to Five Guys?
Yeah.
You gonna use ketchup or no?
Then I'd probably use ketchup. Yeah.
Wait.
Or I just wouldn't get fries because I don't really love their fries that much.
I did
You
a
put
really
it on eggs.
Blasphemy.
Never on
for
eggs.
sure.
I
Eggs for
put
sure.
I like
sriracha
it on
on
eggs.
eggs. Sriracha on eggs.
Sriracha on eggs.
Wait, I did a really fat thing in the UK. I ordered room service and they brought me fries, but they brought ketchup and mustard, I think for the burger. But I mixed the ketchup and mustard and had my fries. I dipped my fries in it. That was delicious.
It would have been fatter if you mixed it with the mayo and put it on it then.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I say? That's what I said. No.
Oh,
you
mixed
mustard. You said mustard.
You said mustard.
Oh
So
no,
you made
I'm
your
sorry.
own?
Yeah, I mixed the ketchup and the mayo.
You made your own Chipotle.
Oh, fucking delicious. Yeah, but I don't like the
standard.
But I don't like the spiciness. I like the ketchup and mustard mayo mix. Yeah. I don't like the spicy.
I like spiciness. That's why I use like sriracha instead of ketchup because it's like the same kind of red base like that, but then it's got some spice. So I
like Mike's technique. I haven't tried it. You know what? I think after this podcast, I'm going to do it. I like Mike's technique.
The burger?
Yeah, because I like ketchup so much that I think I'm going to start dipping my burgers in the ketchup.
What?
Mike dips his burger, man. He doesn't just put ketchup. He doesn't just put ketchup on the burger. He then puts a pile of ketchup on his plate and then dips the burger in the ketchup.
It's like
a child. Like
every bite.
Every
bite is ketchup filled.
Yes,
it's like awesome. Having it's like an au juice with your roast beef sandwich.
Au juice.
Yeah.
Don't pronounce the S.
Au jus. Au jus.
Oh, that damn au juice.
Au juice.
Well, whatever. I'm not going to say it's like saying French.
You're part French. You're supposed to know it's au jus.
I always thought it was au juice.
Okay.
I gotta concede though, out of all the terrible food, and look, that UK food was 99% just dog shit.
Yeah.
Their McDonald's was fucking good though.
McDonald's had Canadian
that triple cheeseburger I had there was probably one of the top best McDonald's burgers.
Yeah, I apologize to our UK listeners, man, but there's something wrong with your coffee too. Like the coffee was all watered down.
Yeah, the coffee was horrible.
And the sweeteners are
terrible. I ate
four steaks. Notorious for having bad food over there.
Yeah, but
it's like a thing.
But I'm curious, why didn't they just have Splenda? Like the sweetener.
You know
what
you should have got?
I know, and I can never tell.
At Starbucks, they got these things called toasties. It's like cheese is on top of the bread and inside, buddy. Those fucking sandwiches are unbelievable. I used to survive on those when I went to London.
Paul, what were you going to say?
The sweetener, and I can never tell what was sweetener and what was sugar. The labeling is so fine printed on there.
That's because you can't see. It said sweetener on it.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like here where you have all kinds of different sweeteners to choose from.
Yeah, that's true. They only had one sweetener, and it wasn't
US and Canada are crazy with sweeteners.
Yeah. Let's see. What's wrong with replacing chicken breasts with thighs if it's easier to get down? Well, it's a totally different macro setup.
Way more fat content to it. If you're in the off season, go for it. If you're trying to manage calories in the prep, probably rethink it because the calories have to come from somewhere.
Well, I would also add too, if you're in off season and you're having trouble eating, the fat content can have a big detriment on your appetite. So
and they're gross.
Well, actually, most people are
considerably better tasting.
Yeah, most food connoisseurs would say the dark meat is the best part of the fucking chicken.
Yes.
But yeah, be careful with the fats, man. You're not gonna be able to eat if you're ingesting a ton of fat with each meal.
Too high fat, no.
Let's see. Who are you choosing for phone a friend bodybuilding history question? James Hollingshead, Giles Thomas, Milos Sarcev, Roman Fritz. If they get it wrong, the wife pegs you.
Milos all day.
Milos, yeah.
I was gonna say Roman, dude. Roman remembers the color of people's trunks.
Yeah, but Milos is the guy.
It is Milos too. Yeah, I was gonna say Milos.
Giles, I know, does know a lot too, and so does Roman. But Milos is literally that guy.
I know, but Roman has a photographic memory, man.
Yeah, but you think look, I think he's amazing for anyone that's his age, but compared to Milos is different, man. He knows everything about body.
Milos goes back another.
Years. Yeah.
He knows, and he fucking he has thousands of photos. He's putting them in in his mind on his Instagram. He remembers everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if my wife was going to peg me, I'd have to go with the safe bet.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm losing that bet on purpose.
Yeah, you don't take any chances with that.
I don't know.
Ian's I'm going to pick Paul. He smokes a lot of weed.
Paul must know.
Actually, I do have a great bodybuilding history memory.
Actually, you do. You know what? For somebody who's got I have
a good sports history memory.
For somebody who's got such a chronic weed addiction, you have an amazing memory.
Let's just call it regular food.
you have an amazing. Paul has an amazing memory for sports.
When we were in Dino's gym, and obviously Dino has a lot of really old school memorabilia in there. I was talking about very obscure bodybuilders, and him and Paul. Paul was I know that guy. He went and guest was at the show. And,
yeah. I really enjoy. I love some of those old videos he was showing.
I'm telling you, when it comes to sports, this motherfucker, he's got it.
Maybe that's what we
Okay.
should switch our trivia to. Sports trivia from now on.
What's the capital of Malta, Paul?
Malta.
Somebody in here asked, and I can't find it now, but I did read it,
See,
so I want to ask you.
like Malta. Like,
What? It's too obscure?
what's the population of Malta? You know, like, if you're gonna
8
ask me a
million.
question, it's got to be a
Paul,
major country.
you can't say you're like a geography master and then say, I don't know that country. It's too small.
No one's gonna know Malta.
You know, I was watching a thing on the country Turkmenistan where there's a law there that all cars have to be white.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah, it's a dictatorship, and all buildings are made of white marble, and all cars have to be white because the supreme ruler thinks it looks more pristine.
Really?
And there's no people aren't allowed to have dogs because he thinks
They shit everywhere?
they're dirty and smelly. Yeah,
Wow.
Oh.
Imagine that kind of power.
Is Turkmenistan
it's a weird country, man. You should watch videos
Wait.
on it. It's crazy. It's like
Is
watching North Korea, but like even nicer and clean. You know,
is Turkmenistan a Muslim country?
I'm not positive.
Because if it is, the dog
It's
thing would make
former
sense.
USSR, like Soviet Russia, but I'm not sure what it is now.
Okay,
Doesn't
let
it
me
border with India?
wait a minute. I'm going to search it in a minute. I just want to know what the capital of Malta is. Paul, do you give up?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Valletta. Turkmenistan, Muslim country. According to the 93% of Turkmenistan's population is Muslim. Okay, well that makes sense why the dog thing. Because it's kind of like part of Muslim culture. Like Muslims pray 5 times a day, and most of them pray in their house. So if a dog like runs outside, takes a piss, run around outside, and then comes back in the house, your floor in your home is now considered dirty, and you have to like, it's not really clean to pray on that floor.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
I'm not saying that it's that the ruler literally made it a law because he thought they were.
yeah. No, I'm just explaining kind of like why,
Yeah, no, I don't
why
think
that would make.
I understand
why
why a Muslim wouldn't want a dog for sure.
Yeah. Just explaining why that kind of makes sense. Okay. The world is about to end. You have to slap either your mom or your wife to save it.
Just slap.
Just slap. Who are you choosing? I know what Paul's gonna say.
Love my mom, Fouad.
I love my mom, he says.
I love my wife.
I'd slap him.
Second. I remember second.
I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say
You gotta think who can take it, who can really take it though.
Yeah,
that's
right.
what I
My
was
mom's
gonna say.
old. Yeah.
no, but I was gonna say I think Summer would want me to smack her just so I don't smack my mom.
Smoke your mom like
Smoker.
make it sound like you're gonna hit her like that hard.
Yeah, no.
You have to power slap them. Like
Oh my
wind
God.
up like
What are you taking, Ian?
you have to.
Oh, Melissa all day for sure.
Mike?
Melissa play shot for shot sometimes. She can take it.
I was gonna say Melissa and Kat seem like you could take a smack.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Paul?
Gotta hit my wife. I can't hit my wife.
I love how when you want to say
cut
something that
cut that clip and make it louder.
I love how when you want something not to be on the podcast, you just whisper it like nobody heard it.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that.
No.
How much chicken would you say all of you eat combined? I don't really eat chicken anymore. Most of what I eat is beef.
I ate a lot
Wait,
of chicken.
combined, like have we eaten combined in our lives or like
I think I did the math once. It was like 10,000
I've done the math.
chickens.
It's like 10, 15,000 chickens. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we've killed like 100,000 chickens between all of us.
Yeah.
What percentage gay would you think Ian is if you saw him buy a bag of carrots just to suck on them?
What the fuck?
How would you know that was my intention to buy the carrots if you saw me buying?
Right. Yeah.
Why
Why are you buying those?
Yeah.
Like, how would you know that was my intention? Did you follow me home and watch me suck them?
Question: why does a paraplegic wear shoes?
Jeez.
We don't want his freaking feet to get cold.
They wouldn't feel if they were. They wouldn't feel
Yeah,
if
but
they
why wouldn't they just wear
Yeah.
slippers? Why would they just
I
wear
know,
slippers?
but that could be a problem. You get
Yeah,
wait,
frostbite.
Or
I-
slippers will fall off.
You know, it's fucked up. I just answered that, forgetting that they wouldn't feel the cold.
Oh, right.
they wouldn't feel it, but like that's probably the problem is they wouldn't feel it, so they could be.
Yeah, but what else? But what else are they gonna wear? They're just
Well,
gonna.
no one wants to look at their
bare
socks
feet.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're presentable.
What are they gonna do? Put their fucking just put barefoot in their wheelchair?
Yeah, no one wants to look at that.
And this is
Like,
a question.
think about if you're in their position, you'd want to look a little presentable,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
My question for anyone who has like a female in their family that in the comments maybe that is paralyzed from the waist down or maybe a quadriplegic.
Oh no.
Does the woman no.
Man's got this right away.
A quadriplegic or a paraplegic, would they get pedicures?
yeah, because they need someone to take care of their feet because they can't.
Would but would the nails grow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the nails would still grow for sure because hair would still grow and nails would still grow. It's just a nerve thing. It's not.
So who shaves their bush?
They don't, or someone's doing it for them.
Well,
I guess wait, if they could get in like a bathtub of sorts, they could do it themselves.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Because they can still sit down.
Okay, this
and,
is a horrible. This is a horrible conversation to have. In this scenario, does somebody have to wipe their ass for them?
Oh,
I don't think
they
so.
can probably do that.
In a quadriplegic for sure. In a paraplegic, I don't think so.
Yeah, they can still use their arms. So they can still.
So
quadriplegic, they can't
because they can't use anything. So of course.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you're paraplegic, you can still cut your own toenails and everything. What were you asking?
If they would still get like a pedicure or manicure, yeah, a quadriplegic. Sorry.
Or a paraplegic.
Yeah, I guess
they both need it because they both need their nails. Their nails will just grow out of control.
Yeah. So like they would get that done, or would they just like their mom like clip their nails?
Yeah, but they just clip their nails, or they get them painted and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Painted. I meant more like the painting and like the manicuring of them, you know.
And also, if you're paraplegic, are your feet fucked up?
No, not necessarily.
No, they just don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're fucked up in that sense.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But they look okay.
Are your feet fucked
This
up?
is
yeah, man, they're really fucked up. They don't work,
do
dude.
anything. They're fucking paralyzed, bro.
Can we not talk? Like, this is bad, man.
You might have to cut that out, Fouad.
Okay, let's talk about midgets.
No. I'm not going to cut it out. Look, if we had a paraplegic on the show, I would ask them these questions. These are valid questions.
Yeah.
We don't know what these things are like for people.
Scientific purposes, you know.
Well, no, it's just
scientific.
It's just
research.
No,
I was actually just watching. I came across like on Instagram or YouTube Reels somehow some girl that was like a young girl that got in a ski accident. Now she's a quadriplegic and like showing like and she likes to like she's a little like self-deprecating in a funny way. So like watching her shit, and it was actually like kind of interesting and funny to watch. You know,
me and Paul were just talking about that today. People with certain afflictions, we always get along with them better if they can make fun of themselves.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
For Paul, how are you going to handle the fame that has brought to your daughters in high school when all the boys want to come over to meet you?
What are you talking about?
Like in 5 years.
How big does this person think this podcast is?
No.
We're not, nobody knows who the fuck we are, bro. Like no.
Yeah, I don't think high school kids are gonna want to come meet me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
You don't think so? Devs, any like they go to high school and there's a couple like Chads that lift.
Actually,
like, your dad Paul from the fucking podcast, you know?
You know what? Actually, this is kind of funny that you said this. Don, our lawn care guy.
Yes, yeah, I love Don.
He came over. He came over the other day, and he's like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you? A couple guys in my class know me because he's a teacher in high school, in I think middle school or something like that."
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's his main job is a teacher, and he has a lawn care business on the side. But he's like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you? A couple of guys in my class know you." Obviously, I think it's probably because they follow Sam. Maybe they've seen me in Sam's videos.
Yeah.
But I don't think other than that, anybody fucking knows who the fuck we are.
Yeah, I've had some young guys that worked that got hired the last couple of years come up to me and be like, "Hey, I saw you in a Sam video."
In a Sam video, that's right.
I saw a kid at the gym literally yesterday or the day before here in Canada, and he's like, "I saw you went to see Sam." I was like, oh, "I didn't fucking go to see Sam. I was with Sam."
Hey, me and you are fans of Sam.
You guys waited in line at the meet and greet.
Like, yeah, I saw you went to see Sam. I'm like, no. Don't get it fucking twisted here, buddy.
You're like, me and Sam are friends. Get it right.
Yeah. I'm friends with Sam, and I'm C-Bum's brother-in-law.
That's right. Paul, this says, just ask Paul how the weather is today, and I'll be happy. Actually, it's really nice.
Today, actually, it was a very nice day today. But England, it was shit, wasn't it?
God.
Yeah, I didn't see the sun more than for half an hour.
I don't know how those people live like that. Like, it rains like 300 days of the year there.
Yeah. Is it more gray than BC even? Because I know BC can be pretty gray.
But not in the summer. BC's not crazy gray in the summer. They're just gray all winter.
And fall, I guess.
Yeah. Isn't fighting a just as useless feature to a person as being muscular? I mean, nowadays, someone could always have a gun or combat your skills, and have a gun to really combat your skills and they mean nothing. Why do bodybuilders get criticized so much for training for hypertrophy when training to box or fight is just as impractical? It's totally not as impractical.
Yeah.
Much,
What if someone
much
doesn't have a
more
gun?
practical. And I'll say that as a professional bodybuilder who does not know how to box.
Being 300 pounds and shredded does absolutely, it actually makes you less practical than anything else.
Look,
Yeah.
obviously, if there's someone that, if you're at the bar and there's an average Joe who also knows how to fight as badly as you do, you're at a massive advantage by being stronger than him. But if anyone has any sort of fighting skill, you are fucked for sure.
That's not my point. What I'm saying is not talking about fighting. In general, in life,
skills to defend yourself are way more valuable.
In general, in life, being extremely fucking jacked is actually makes you less practical. Not just not practical, it's actually makes you less practical.
Considerably less practical.
Right.
Sure.
Fighting, on the other hand,
only makes you more practical, not less at all.
In my opinion, not fighting but knowing how to fight is an amazing thing to know how to defend yourself if you need to, or defend
level of confidence for sure,
or defend your family, or defend your friends, or like whatever you need to do. Like, doesn't mean you have to fight because you know how to fight.
No, of course.
But I think it's a good skill to know how to protect yourself. No, it's like,
I agree.
He's saying, like, why would you fight if other people have guns? It's like, yeah, if you're going out to find fights, then
yeah, you're also like, not everyone just has fucking guns, bro.
These are all questions for Paul. Where do you go? We got to wait till he comes back. Thoughts on Sadiq drinking breast milk as a protein source? Would you try it? I didn't know he does.
I saw that and I didn't know if it was I seen his videos of him doing this. You can watch this video of him actually like warming up his fucking breast milk, saying he orders on the black market. But I have a slight feeling it may be a troll. I'm not positive.
Okay, let's assume it's not a troll for 1 minute. Not Sadiq. Let's just say anybody. What's the benefit? Is it just higher in vitamins or something shit? Like, well, why would anybody do this?
Colostrum or something, isn't it?
Colostrum is it?
But can you just take a Can you just take a colostrum supplement and
you absolutely could
not have to drink breast milk?
Remember there was a place around here, Fouad, that started up a few years ago.
What, breast milk?
Colostrum. I think they were getting it like, I think it was bovine though.
I think my brother was involved in that.
Yeah,
yeah. Geography question for Paul. Where is the island of Guam located?
Guam. That's I know the U.S. has a military base there.
They do actually.
Yeah,
that's true.
I want to say it's in the South Pacific.
Where in the South Pacific?
Exactly where I don't know, but somewhere around Japan and China.
Good job, Paul. It's right here. It's right here. This little dot here outside the Philippines, Japan, China.
Redeem myself.
Yeah, definitely.
Redemption.
Feels
good. Feels damn good.
What's one mistake you made early in your bodybuilding or fitness career that you truly wish you could go back and do differently? We answer this all the time. I don't want to change anything. I'm happy with what I did.
Yeah, maybe the one time I tore my pec, but I didn't warm up on the bench.
What did you do? What did you do to help with hunger during the deepest parts of your prep?
Suck it up.
Look like a fucking man, pussy.
I didn't. You guys can be all hardcore. I fucking drank a shit ton of Crystal Light. I used to drink a lot of Crystal Light, or I would drink. There was carbon. I used to drink carbonated water too.
Coffee.
Because the carbonated water used to fucking fill me up. I just guzzle like a fucking. If I was super fucking hungry and I couldn't sleep, I'd guzzle like a liter of carbonated water and I would like bloat my stomach. I could pass out.
Yeah. All night, yeah.
Now that waistline group, bro, that was the,
Go fuck yourself, Ian.
All those seltzers.
No, there's things you can fucking do, man. Look.
Yeah, of course. If you want. Like, I mean, drinking shit. I didn't find it ever helped enough to make it me care to do it.
I was just going to say, for the most part, Ian's right. Like when you wake up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m, you can't go back to sleep and there's nothing to eat, drinking a fucking liter of Crystal Light is not that satisfying.
Well, it's also, it might be satisfying, but then you're going to be pissing all night. So it's not really that.
Well, for me, if I literally, without trying to sound macho, I would do the same thing you guys said. Like if I woke up at 4 a.m, I was dead starving, I would just fucking sit on my phone or sit in bed till I was tired enough to
I
fall
want to
back
know
to
our
sleep.
honest answer is that we would all just chain smoke cigarettes like fucking freaks.
No, I didn't. I didn't. That's what, you know what's funny? That's one thing I didn't do when I was dieting.
Me neither. I'm just kidding.
No, I did, but only when I was driving.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you just drove around all day instead.
Yeah.
I got up at 4 in the morning. I got in my car, drove around.
You just drove around 24/7.
For how much money would you move to the UK?
A lot.
I'd like you to visit. I don't know if I want to live there though.
I was very happy to come home. I got to say, my trip to the UK is not.
Yeah, you were sick.
I was sick, so nobody fucking bother listening to me.
I do it for like I do it for like a cool like 1 mil.
Have you ever blown up on someone in the gym? What was it for, and did you feel bad about it? Never.
Never.
How did you or other bodybuilders help preserve joint health? Would you recommend any good practices for people to start lifting? I'm sure Mike has some lifting ideas. I was going to say my best advice for joint health is fish oils.
Yeah. High dose fish oil and turmeric. Yeah.
Well, because a lot of times when I was younger in bodybuilding, people were all like, "Oh, MSM, fucking glucosamine." I took that shit, didn't do fucking anything. I'm telling you, once I started doing I was doing 10 grams of fish oil a day, 5 in the morning, 5 at night, the liquid one, Nutri-C 3-to-1 ratio, all my joints felt better. Like it was night and day. So, Mike, do you have any? Sorry, go ahead, Paul.
Some people swear by collagen. I don't know. I've never really tried it.
I'm not sold on collagen. I think I agree with him. Fish oil. But like you guys know how I've been with fish oil forever.
Yeah. You've been a big proponent of it.
Fish oil, and I think turmeric, like for its anti-inflammatory like properties, helps quite a bit too. So good high doses of that.
But you got to take high doses.
Add a little Deca in the mix too if you're really hurting. You know?
Yeah. No, but seriously, the turmeric thing, because we've been studying it for some products. You have to take like over 1,000 milligrams a day for it to really benefit you.
You got to just like with the fish oil, you got to go a little crazy with the doses recommend on the bottle to really get the full benefit.
Yeah. Actually, another one, just while we're on that topic, that's the same for astragalus. So anybody out there is trying to do like kidney prevention or kidney correction,
like 12 grams a day.
Astragalus, actually, the studies actually show that astragalus gets better with dose. So it's not like there's almost like they haven't found a cap for where it like stops. Anyway, Mike, I think he's also asking about lifting. So is there any good lifting practices you would recommend to not fuck your joints later in your career?
Just like some basic mobility work before you're doing things like doing lifts that could get dicey on you, squatting and whatnot. But I mean, in general, just don't be a fucktard and try and lift heavier than you know you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but let's go
and have at least a good semblance of control through the eccentric of the motion and the change of direction from eccentric to concentric. If you're like bouncing through reps hard on the joints at the bottom of a squat, or fucking like, doing fucking close grips or dips where you're like burning off your elbows, you're gonna fuck your shit up like over time.
It's like trying to like limit the amount of like grind out reps you're doing, in the sense that like you see these kids like from the start of the rep, it's like I mean, like you never had it to begin with, man. So stop trying to fucking
Can we go back
push it up.
Can we go back to mobility for a second, Mike? Because I think that's one thing like I never did. Most bodybuilders I know don't do. Like most bodybuilders I know will get in whatever movement they're starting with. They'll do a couple warm-ups there and then they'll fucking get into it. So would you say
I was guilty of not doing it too. That's why I'm in the position I'm in. But
exactly. So what I'm saying is like if you were going to recommend, do you recommend a certain amount of time for mobility work, a certain amount of exercises? Like if I'm going in to train chest, like should I do 20 minutes of fucking rotator cuff exercises? Like, is there something you recommend in this regard?
No, I would find maybe someone that's good online with maybe some banded warm-up stuff, whether it's like throwing a band over your shoulder and like working through ranges, or like extending lats, doing whatever it might be. Just kind of activate the area, do like your shoulder work and your fucking rotators and stuff. But I wouldn't go crazy, especially as the work adds up over time. It's not like you need to overkill it. It's like just be conscious of getting things moving and almost lubricating those joints a bit before you're asking so much from them, right?
So like 15 minutes. Can we say?
Yeah, I mean, whatever it ends up being for you. I mean, if you're someone who's able-bodied and has no pains and no issues, like I don't know why you would need to do anything other than like a maintenance kind of run through of And I wouldn't say that's for everything either. Like I wouldn't do that every day. If I was about to do shoulders and I knew I wasn't doing much pressing, but I was doing a lot more lateral work, I wouldn't be like warming up my rotators. I'd just be like, I'll just start light and
can we say 12 minutes?
Yeah, let's go 11.
It's like
Need a number. Need a number.
Seven.
I'm waiting for Mike
7-minute abs.
I'm waiting for Mike to snap. Okay. No, that's good advice though, because honestly, like even after I got older, I never fucking did that shit. We just go to the gym, find the exercise you're starting with, do a couple of warm-ups. Okay, let's get into it. So yeah. Nope. No. Paul, you got a lot of fucking Paul, what country is bombed the most?
Right now, Gaza.
Gaza's not a country.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah.
Well, it depends how you look at it.
Well, no, Gaza is an area. It's not a country.
Well, Palestine's a country. Yes. Well, it depends how you look at it. Gaza is.
Yeah.
Depends who you're asking. Okay. Would you rather get a text from a one-night stand that says I'm pregnant or I have an incurable STD?
How old
at this point in my life, or like how old am I?
Yeah, that's what I'm with Paul here. Are we now, or is this when we're? It's like now, like I could take a kid. Honestly, I would.
No, you can't. No, you can't, because you're gonna be like, "What's Melissa gonna say?"
Yeah, that's what explain it to me.
Yeah, but I mean, sorry, I'm taking these in the context that I'm not married, but I'm this age.
No, if you're gonna take it now, you have to take it with everything else in your life.
So this is a random person.
I cheated on my wife and had this happen.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Either way, you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm still taking the kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, an incurable STD.
What am I gonna do? Like, I'm gonna have to fuck my wife with a condom on for the rest of my life. I mean, I'm probably getting a divorce, but still, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And you're gonna have this thing that flares up all the time.
I think what you do is you give it to her, then blame it on her, and then you're.
Yeah, but she's gonna know in her heart of hearts that she didn't do anything, so she's gonna leave you anyway.
To ask her, she wore someone else's bathing suit.
That's the one, eh?
Yeah.
Did you sit on a toilet at a service center?
Yeah, that's where I think you might have got it. That gas station was dirty.
Holy shit. Mike, did you?
I just burst out laughing at that fucking bathing suit guy.
What
in the middle of pissing and laughed at that.
Mike, what are you taking? Incurable disease or a kid? And your life situation is exactly what it is right now.
So what the question was, I cheated and that's what happened?
Yeah, apparently you've cheated. Yes, apparently you've cheated. And the girl calls you and says, I have a kid or I have an STD. Which one?
I'm just gonna have someone pay her a visit. Get rid of her.
Either way, the problem's going away.
Okay, let's assume you're 20. None of you have met your wives. You're 20, 25, whatever the fucking age. You're all single.
Every single time.
You're all single.
Yeah.
I take a kid too.
Yeah.
What if the chick's batshit crazy or she's fugly? What if you fugly a chick and you were hammered and then you're like,
so you're gonna have an ugly kid?
Well, your kid might be ugly and you're.
What's the STD?
Yeah. It's incurable, so it could be genital warts, herpes, AIDS.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a bit much. Man.
There's different.
Okay,
yeah, there's kind of different levels there. Okay, we'll go with genital warts or herpes.
I mean, you can
herpes where's the outbreak?
People go through their lives with those, but I like kids, man. You could give me a couple, I'd be cool with it.
I know people that get cold sores. I don't hate them.
Yeah, but okay, where's the outbreak? Is it on face?
I hate kids less than I hate STDs, so I'm picking a kid.
I know, but if like a guy has a cold sore, do you really hold it against them? You're like, whatever.
But everyone knows what it's from.
Yeah, but does anybody care? Like when you see somebody that has a cold sore, you notice it, but you're like, I'm not going to talk to this guy anymore.
Okay, well, would you ever date a chick that has?
Is that what like literally? If you have a cold sore, it means you have herpes.
Well,
no, it's two different types. It's two different types.
The herpes, but virus, but it's not the same type.
It's the herpes virus, but one is genital and one is like.
However, I think you can get facial herpes from.
You can get genital herpes from
dirty bathing suits.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, so Paul, going back to the herpes, the cold sore thing. So if let's say you talk to some dude and you like the guy a lot, and he shows up the next week and he's got a cold sore on his lip, Are you like,
No, I don't
are
think
you,
it
are
lets
you,
them.
are you
Are you gonna
disturbed?
make out with him or not?
No, no. I'm saying, are you,
Not during a current outbreak, no.
are you
Not during an active
are you
outbreak.
disturbed by this person, or are you like,
No.
I would just be like, bro, you got a cold sore. What the fuck do I care? You
Yeah,
dirty
no. I
fucker.
mean, hey, man,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
you're unlucky ones.
but that's what I'm saying. So who gives a fuck?
Oh, no, I wouldn't care. But I
So
mean,
you're
would you
so that
date
means
a
you're
girl,
gonna.
though, who
But
gets
what
regular cold sores?
what I'm saying to yeah,
But a
What
cold
if
sore
she's
is
really
not
hot?
the
What if
same-
she's really hot,
Cold
Paul?
sore is not really the same as having cold sores. Go
What if
away.
she's the hottest
okay. Let
chick
me
you
ask
could
you. Let
never
me ask
think
you
Okay.
something. Let me ask you
What if
something,
she?
Paul.
Can
Let
I
me ask you something.
let me change
Wait.
the game for 1 second?
Wait.
Okay.
You meet Tony. You
No,
guys
not
are
you, Tony. These are hypothetical.
This
No.
is when we're 20. We're talking about 20
no.
still.
I'm talking about Tony. I'm talking about Tony. You meet
Can't
Tony,
use cold sores. You have to use a real STD.
but it
So
could be
warts.
both.
Let's say warts because warts is
Gonorrhea. Gonorrhea.
What
Wait
does
a
gonorrhea
second.
look like?
Wait a second,
Get rid
Ian.
of it.
You can get genital warts if she gives you head and she's got a cold sore.
Are you sure about that, Fouad?
Yeah.
You have to what?
Yeah.
I think you made that up.
No, that's not. That's not.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
swear.
I
'Cause
don't think
I mean,
so at
I knew
all.
a guy.
Wait a second. Can you
No.
get herpes?
I think if you have like genital herpes and you go down on them while they're having an outbreak, you might be able to get it on your face. But I don't think
Right.
herpes virus that you get from a cold sore can be spread to your genitals and be genital herpes.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe it's the other way around. Wait.
We're just flooding the internet with false sex ed information.
Can you get
right now.
genital herpes from someone who has a cold sore? Yes, it is possible to get genital herpes from oral sex.
Oh.
Told you, motherfuckers. Look what I wrote. Can you get herpes from a blowjob with a cold sore? I knew
Put
it.
BJ next time.
Because
Just
it's-
put BJ.
It's two different.
Hummer. Put Hummer.
A blowy.
But it can turn into the other one if you could move it there.
I guess, yeah.
Huh.
I thought because I used to study this shit.
I'm not sold.
I used
Yeah,
to
but you look
study
at-
the shit.
I was like, I used to go to the fucking clinic like twice a year, like swab my shit, check it out,
Just proactive.
make sure.
Like
Yeah,
down the
just
fucking dick hole. Yeah.
I was because
Ugh.
listen. So anyway, so you meet a fugly, and you bang her, and she gets pregnant, or you bang her and she's got a cold sore. Which one would you rather? Like, I don't know, man. The cold sore is not that big a deal.
No, I'm taking the baby.
I know people
I
that
don't
have
want
cold sores.
cold
I don't give a
sores.
fuck.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want it for the rest of my
You
life.
keep using cold sore. A cold sore itself is like that's not a
Okay, fine. Let's say
She's got open sores.
On her
on her
genitals.
fucking-
On her-
okay,
genitals.
wait. I'm gonna rephrase it for you.
On her
guys.
inner thigh.
I'm gonna
on her
rephrase it for you.
genitalia.
I'm gonna rephrase it for you guys. The girl is absolutely insane and fugly.
Hey, if you want to pick genital herpes, just pick it.
You're not convincing us, Fouad.
Stop stacking the deck for it.
You keep trying to twist the game.
Okay, if she's crazy and she's gonna fucking kill you,
She's missing an eye.
it's just a little tiny cold sore. It's
She's
like,
got a little lump
it's like
in here.
barely even there. You can't even see it. Fuck,
Okay.
man.
The reason I'm doing that is because I don't think I want to have a kid with someone forever that I don't like.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's still
but you
my
could
kid.
eventually-
It's still half my kid, so I'm cool with it. It's fucking
you-
my kid. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
fun.
You
guess.
could eventually get an agreement in place where you don't got to really deal with her.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just convince the courts that she's fucking insane. I'd get full custody and fucking get her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if
I
she's
just
like
don't think it's that
fucking
easy,
really
man.
fucked up looking
Yeah,
and
sure.
and the kid looks like her? Like, what if the kid's all fucked up? Like,
I think I got some strong genes. I'll be good.
All right. So you're all taking kids and I'm taking herpes.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys will never know anyway. It's in my pants.
cut that clip too. I'm taking herpes.
Okay. Let's see. Ever thought about doing an E-date episode for Ian? Him versus 20 male contestants to find the best fit for him. Some of these are getting out of hand, man.
We could do that.
What
I'm
the
down for that. That'd be funny.
What happened to the half marathon? We already discussed that earlier. Wow, I didn't even know that question was in there. That's funny. How is Paul's UK geography knowledge?
Not bad.
What do
Not
you-
good. Above
what-
average.
What do you think about stretch marks?
What context?
I think
On the
nothing.
girl or guy?
I literally
Oh,
have
that's a
not
good
ever
point.
thought about
And
No,
where?
that's a good point.
that.
What? Sorry.
Like when you see a girl with stretch marks on her love handles.
Yeah.
Or the stomach?
Bugaboo.
We shouldn't say that, dude.
It's been nice knowing you, babe.
There might be women that watch us that have stretch marks on their love handles. That's not.
I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure that they hate them as much as we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Hey, I hate my stretch marks.
Do you?
We all got them. We're all in the same boat, boys.
Yeah, they've faded a lot now over the years.
I don't give a fuck about my stretch marks.
I've never understood why bodybuilders hate them.
I don't
really hate them. I was just.
I think you know what though, Ian. I think some guys get them really fucking bad.
I was proud of them when I got them.
No, I think I've seen some guys that have them like all across their chest.
Yeah,
I think you get them when they're new and they're like really like when I was young and I first started to get them, mine were so light and like so apparent, but like now you can't see them at all.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, they fade.
Yeah. Let's see. Has anyone gotten into the Letterkenny hockey spin-off Shoresy? No.
I've seen. I've never watched it though.
What is the first protein powder you ever tried?
Milk and egg.
ProLab.
Designer Way.
Oh, that was good.
What the fuck was it called? ProLab? Was it called N Force or some shit? I can't remember the name of it now.
Well, I'm older than you guys. I went back to the milk and egg days.
Metrics.
How bad did you stink when you drank milk?
Oh, it was gross too, and it wouldn't dissolve.
You fart your ass off when you drink that stuff?
Oh, you get huge gas from it.
Yeah, metrics or some old EAS. I'm not sure what I had first.
Yeah, Paul was in the era of like really horrible protein.
There was no like supplements in those days were shit. There was no
massive hard pressed tabs and fucking terrible.
Yeah, you were in the era of like liver tabs. They were like
desiccated liver. Yeah. Or even amino acids, they were like the size of your finger, one pill.
Weren't you in the era of like?
Take stuff.
Weren't you in the era of times when guys were like between sets, you got to take amino acid tablets and shit?
Oh, I think that was a thing at one time. Yeah, there was like chewable weeder ones. I think
it was popular like in the 90s. I think.
Yeah,
like, do a set and then eat some amino tabs, and it's supposed to help recover.
Back in the 50s, man.
Even when I was the muscle kick,
going way back.
Muscle kick, boot kick, and gat kick, and it'd be like 12 fucking massive pills, you know.
And nobody knew what they did.
12 pills to get like 2 grams of amino acids, you know.
Yeah, no one knew what gat kick was.
Yeah. That's the best. That's the best marketing. They're like,
it's anabolic.
Nobody knows what it is.
Yeah. It would say anabolic, non-androgenic. You're like, that's steroids.
That's what I need.
If one of the Jesus Christ, these guys are like ruthless. After C-Bum retires, do you think someone can recreate his physique or legacy?
Well, recreate his physique, no. Because
after Ronnie retired, there was really no one who could beat that. Do you think it's the same for Chris?
Yeah. There's always someone.
In some regard, yeah. I mean, I think there'd be someone that could maybe win a lot, but do I think that they would be as dominant as Chris was, like Ronnie was? Probably not for a while. But it's also such a new division that I think it's going to get crazy for like the next little while, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to take anything away from Chris because he's definitely a fucking legend. But like the reason I would say it's different is because to achieve the level of muscularity that Ronnie had
is
more the difficulty.
And that conditioning on top.
Yeah. Is more the difficulty than like with that shape and conditioning, like achieving Ronnie's look is way
There's guys with pretty shape.
Yeah. Having somebody with a perfectly built physique is going to be tough, but I think different than building what Ronnie built.
No, I agree. And I think we also need to look at how new classic physique is.
Yeah.
Guys like Danny Hester were winning this like less than fucking 2016, 17? Like 7 years ago, these guys were winning that no offense to Danny, he wouldn't even be like in the second or third call out now, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, it's changed a lot. So, and obviously Chris has improved a lot as he's maintained his title. But I think that this division will continue to grow even after Chris. And I think there will be guys with some pretty fucking wacky physiques in the next like 10, 20 years, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mike's thoughts on Kendrick Lamar's diss to J. Cole and Drake.
Have no thoughts.
Who would make it the furthest in Navy SEAL training?
What of us for?
And who would and who would quit first? And who would quit first?
I'm up
Paul would
sure.
quit first.
I think Paul's quit first.
Yeah. I put my money on.
Fuck this.
Right now, I put my money on you to go the furthest.
I think Mike is quitting second only because he doesn't give a shit. And then I think Ian will probably win. 1 second. I got a text. I got to check.
What?
Oh my God. What? I ordered my wife food before the podcast started.
It's not there yet?
No. What the fuck?
Did a refund.
2 hours ago?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it. Account. Orders.
They just
Order
canceled it
canceled.
probably.
Oh. Oh my God. Let me text this back. One sec.
Why was it canceled?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Who'd you order through?
Sometimes they just do that. They just bail on you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Uber Eats or what is it?
Yeah, Uber Eats.
Yeah.
I ordered, she's sick, so I ordered her some soup from Swiss Chalet because it's my,
too, eh?
yeah, obviously she's got what I got, but she's getting better now. Okay. We'll go back. We'll do a couple more questions and we'll wrap. If you could redo one prep and show, which one would it be and what would you do differently? I would definitely redo the 2017 Arnold.
2019 Tampa Pro.
Yeah.
That was the one where I lost the Hunter where I looked terrible, and I think I could have beat him at that show if I was like half decent. And I was
Yeah,
like,
you were flat at that show.
oh my God. I literally looked like I hadn't eaten or drank any food in like 6 months when I stepped on stage that show. And Hunter wasn't like an unbeatable Hunter, and I ended up beating him at the Olympia the next year.
Yeah.
Or sorry, that was 2020. So I beat him later that year at the Olympia. But yeah, that show I was just dog shit, and I wish I'd beat him at that show.
2017 was my worst showing. One, I tore my quad 4 weeks out, so my left quad was down, right quad was down. My peak week was horrible. So my stomach was yeah, my stomach was distended. So my stomach being distended and my quads being down made my look absolutely horrible. And then but I was shredded, so I do think had a couple things gone differently.
I didn't think you looked that bad that show.
Oh, dude, when I see pictures of that show, I'm like,
I don't know. That Toronto Pro, you were pretty out of shape that one Toronto Pro.
Oh, I was fat there, but at least I was big. I was like
You're big,
that.
yeah.
That pro. When I
You're
turned
fat.
around, when I look at the posing routine from that show because I like my routine, but when I turn around, I'm like, oh, my fucking ass is like.
You're fat.
It looked like I'm fucking 4 weeks out.
Still beat me though.
Yeah, but no. I think had a couple things gone different, I probably could have moved up to like fourth
at the Arnold.
Yeah,
Arnold's at your.
Yeah,
you finished sixth, right?
I finished sixth, but I think I could have beat Juan and maybe Lionel because Lionel wasn't 100%. So anyway, but that's the one I want back. Plus, the main reason I want it back is not actually for placing better. The main reason I want it back is because it's your last showing, and you don't want your last showing to be poop.
Yeah.
So it's like, that was really the reason why. Anyway, Nutella or PB&J Uncrustables?
Nutella all day.
I think Mike would disagree with you.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do that one either. Okay. What are you the most excited about for the Detroit Pro? Paul?
Excited just to, because it's been so long coming, like a lot of anticipation. So I'm just like excited to like have the actual day come and, hopefully it's a huge success, and just get that stress off.
That's why?
Yeah, because like we've been, building up so much going into it that now I just want to, the day to arrive soon. So we can...
My major excitement is seeing good Vito in person and hoping that he lives up to the hype.
Oh,
I'm a big good Vito fan, and I'm really hoping it's not like a Marcelo situation where or like Regan where like he looks awesome on stage and it's not exactly the same in real life.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he like that front double that we see, I'm hoping it looks like that in real life.
Well, we'll know a week before.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's going to do the Arnold Brazil, so we'll know if it's like real or not. And then I also hope like if he comes, I'm hoping Rafa will come too. We get like a rematch in there. Plus with Martin's had a year off. So I'm
excited to see Martin after his
I'm
time
actually
off.
like, I know it's our show and stuff. We're putting it on. I'm actually excited if we can get a few guys there. I'm excited to see like that top five and it come together.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
I'm excited to see Martin because Martin, I haven't seen him in a year, and he's just got, Martin's got a good physique. He beats a lot of guys bigger than him.
Martin's just so complete. He just
last update,
like much weak points.
I just want to show this last update before we
go.
Good
from the front, good from the back, good from the side. Like he's very complete everywhere.
I think he showed on the scale he was 243 or something like that, which is good for him because the lighter than means he's going to come in shape, and he looks like he's in shape.
Super tall guy.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is Martin right now. I think the skin's looking thin, man. For 3 weeks, that's 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
So
he's looking good.
Yeah, there it is, 243. And here's a little video. Look at the quads. Like his quads got bigger.
You got bigger everywhere.
Yeah, shoulders are bigger too. Chest is thicker.
Yeah.
Stomach still looks good though. I can't believe the fucking legs on this kid.
Yeah.
He's got great legs. It's like nice round quads, you know.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Martin looks like after a year off next to these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And if James shows up, they kind of have a rematch to go through anyway, because I think Martin, did James beat Martin last time, or was it the other way around?
Remember.
I think at the Arnold UK or whatever show it was, I think James beat Martin. So anyway, okay, guys, we'll wrap it there. Paul, do you want to give us a prayer to say goodnight?
Okay. Well, I'm not feeling that well, so I'm going to keep it short tonight.
Oh boy.
Well, I didn't know they were ever long.
Sometimes they're a little bit longer than others, Fouad.
You really tend to drag a lot of the time.
Do you dread this every night?
I get a little nervous about it.
You should just take little notes.
I know. I mean to every time, but I don't.
You know what you should do? You know what you should do throughout the week? You should put like little post-it notes on your.
I started doing that
on your monitor.
I started doing it on my phone actually, and then I stopped doing it.
Then I didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Never did
But you're right. I gotta start putting more effort into it, though, for sure.
All right, Paul, lead us off.
Okay. Well,
Here we go.
well, that we're all back from our trips, back to the regular, routine now. Just want to, get back to normal and feel better. And
why are you so fucking quiet? What's wrong with you?
Well, I can't think of anything right now, Fouad.
Come on, man.
You guys got anything you guys want to add?
Huh?
You guys got anything you want to add? How come I'm always the one stuck with this? How come nobody else contributes?
Because you're the most thankful person on the podcast. So
you guys should sometimes when I get stuck help out a little bit,
Okay.
When you see I'm stuck, come on.
All right, go ahead. Start again.
You're drowning out here. Throw me your life raft.
All right, dear leader. Well, we're thankful for everything we have right now, and although I want to get over this cold, it's feeling better, but I'm not feeling better yet. But anyway, yeah, just have a good week coming up and going to the Detroit Pro. Hope everything goes well for that, and all the competitors coming their best, and it's a big success.
Like 3 weeks away, man.
Yeah, well, okay, I got nothing going on this week. This week's slow, Fouad. I got nothing going on this week.
You can't say a prayer about something 3 weeks from now.
This week's a quiet week. I got nothing going on.
Oh, you can wish them all continued success in their preps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
start over.
Start over. Okay, start over.
Dear leader, I wish everyone continued success in their preps for the Detroit Pro. Amen.
That's it.
Keep it simple.
I told you I'd keep it slow. I'm going to keep it short tonight.
That's the worst one yet. What the fuck?
Okay, I promise. I'm going to start putting more effort into these. I'm going to start taking some notes after tonight.
All right. Okay, everybody.
Oh, my God.
Good night. Good night, guys.
Good night, you guys.
Bye.